Knicks family, what's popping? NBK is an affiliate of Puma affiliate. So welcome to the Puma Hoops post-game report. We just seen the Knicks win their third preseason game in a row. Does it mean anything to you? It means something to me. Chat, what's popping? What's cooking, man? Listen, it feels good to come out of these games with victories, regardless of if it's a preseason or not. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. We're coming out of these games with victories, and that's a good thing. That's always a positive thing to me. If we can pick up wins, however we pick them up, that's how you start off your. That's how you build your culture up. You build a winning culture by picking up wins. You know what I mean? You know, you pick up wins, pick up good wins, but there's still a lot to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is, you know, the Knicks are 3-0 in the preseason. Perfect record in the preseason. Not a perfect team, but a perfect record in the preseason. I want to know from you all, what does it mean to you? Does it mean anything? To me, any win means something. It means something. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's the way that you start building. You start building towards a positive future. You start building towards a winning culture. You know, so of course, you know, they may not. It doesn't count for the record. This is the time to count moral victories. You know what I'm saying? When the season come, you know, maybe you don't count moral victories. Maybe you do with a young team, you know, up until a certain point. But right now is the time that you count moral victories. And, you know, getting wins in the preseason is a moral victory, in my opinion. Especially the way that I see us getting wins. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I feel like our rotation players so far have outplayed other teams' rotation players. Both teams and or all of the teams that we've played so far have taken the same philosophy as you know, that we've taken. And I don't know if the coaches talk beforehand or whatever it is, you know, but they've played the JV squads in the fourth quarter. The first 2.5 to 3 quarters, you see them playing, you know, what could possibly be their rotations. And what I see is that the Knicks are playing with the rotation players of other teams. You know, and I know people are saying, you know, it doesn't mean anything, blah, 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 blah. I disagree. You know what I'm saying? It's where you begin. It's where you start. Just like, you know, it doesn't, no, I know it doesn't always relate to the regular season. It just doesn't. It doesn't. I get that. I fully understand that. But you do start building winning characteristics in the preseason. And if you're doing things the right way, and then you're winning games because you're doing things the right way, it lets you know that it lets you know that you're doing things the right way, and it rewards you for doing things the right way. You know, so I believe in it. I believe in it. It rewards you for doing things the right way, even when it's just preseason. You know what I'm saying? You go out and you get those wins. You know, and if you're playing, you know, you down the stretch, you're playing your fourth quarter. You know, down the fourth quarter, you're playing your guys that may not be on the team, or guys that's going to be at the end of the bench during the preseason. You know, I get it. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to pull those games out when the regular season starts. That's the question. You know what I mean? Will you be able to pull those games out when the regular season starts? Because maybe we're playing with or outplaying the other team's rotation players in the first 2.5 to 3 quarters. But that fourth quarter is when it counts, and when it's a close game. Can you close the game out? That's going to be, of course, the question. And when you're a young team, that's always going to be the question. But there are a lot of things that I see with this team Oh, Mike Morgan. You don't say that. Mike Morgan just said Tim Hardaway Jr. shot lights out. Yeah, right. No, he did not. Okay, and we're going to talk about that Tim Hardaway Jr. a little bit too, because the way that he played today is an embodiment of Tim Hardaway Jr. and what he is, and the reason that he'll always be what he is. But anyway, I want to talk to the guys that's in the group chat. We got a few guys in the video chat right now. We got Prince, we got Guillermo. Let me see. We had the Real Shark Fin. Here he is. Real Shark Fin is back in the building.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk to our video chat. I want to find out how they feel about 3-0. Does it mean anything to them? Does it mean anything to you? I want you to let me know. Throw it in the chat. Make sure you call in. Not now. Don't call in yet. A few minutes. Call in a few minutes. I'll let you know when to call in. But the number is 516-405-2246. And if you want to appear appear.in/NBK. You can see it down at the bottom of the screen. Right. Let me get it right. Right there. Right there. You know, you can use that to come check us out. And just as a quick reminder, in the description of this video, there's a link to Puma and 30% off the entire weekend. So check it out. But anyway, let's get back to, let's get to our video chat. And, let's talk to a couple of guys. Let's see what's going on, man. We got Guillermo. Guillermo, you just want to give a shout out to the chat real quick. Then I'm going to go to the Real Shark Fin, and then, we can start chopping it up.
Yeah, salute to the chat, man. Salute to you, man. Yeah, man, do your thing, man. I agree with what you said in the beginning, especially about Tim Hardaway, but we'll get to that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Real Shark Fin, what's going on, man? You just want to give a quick shout out to everybody?
Yep. What's poppin', Sim? Shout out to the chat. Sharks in the water. I'm loving, man, what I'm seeing, man. Okay. It's a bunch of sharks in the water on the Knicks. Let's get it.
All right, let's do it. Prince, what's poppin', man? You got the technical stuff?
No. It's still a little iffy, man, my connection. I don't know still if you can hear me.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. All right, so Guillermo, I'm gonna start with you, man. What's it mean to you? 3-0.
Yeah, I think there you go.
So yeah, the 3-0 thing, the record really doesn't mean much to me. I liked a lot of things I saw after the first quarter, at least. With regards to defense, I thought, like, literally watching the past few years versus what I saw, at least tonight and even last game, man, like, when these guys, like the rotations, the team would get into rotations, drive, pass it out. You saw guys on our team, on the Knicks, getting after it. And I thought, I haven't seen it in a while where guys are literally going all out just to make sure that guy does not get a good shot. And some guys, they made some tough shots, but you made it a tough shot, which I was really happy about. Only a few times you saw where guys had defensive lapses in those half-court sets. Mudiay looked awful, I thought, in the transition defense. That boy is just... him and Hardaway, there's just no hope in him. The reason why the 3-0 is not as good as it looked, I thought, was because on offense, again, a lot of ISO and a lot of in sets. I thought some guys in certain positions, like, I don't know if it's just preseason or not, but like Hazonia should not be driving the ball from up top. He should be driving it from the wing. If he wants to take his man, just because he's not twitchy with the ball. So when he's going to the basket, it's very straight. So you could defend it a little bit more easily. Versus if he's going from the wing straight, it's a lot harder to defend because you're more prone to foul him. I thought Tim Hardaway, look, man, this guy, he's just not going to get it. The two main times, he's literally not even in the flow of the offense. The point guard's coming, he's trailing from behind, and then he literally just catches the ball and shoots it. There's no set. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not like he was hot tonight and like he just couldn't, stop making it. And even when he had little pick and rolls driving, he's only looking for a shot, and that doesn't help anybody. Now, I will say about Mudiay, what I liked about Mudiay, and the ironic thing about Mudiay was that he actually when he plays ISO against his man driving to the basket, a lot of times guys were collapsing and he was making good passes here and there. I think we need to continue doing that because at times he gets flustered, right? So you're going like he doesn't know really where to pass it when like the offense is kind of moving around. But when he was in his ISO set and the guy will converge on him, he was making some really good passes. I think this is a team with a lot of guys. You just got to give them confidence. Vonleh, Hazonia got hot a little bit. You just got to give him confidence. And I think Fizdale's the right guy, but you got to get what's the name out of here. Tim Hardaway. His game it's not going to change. It just does not fit the philosophy of the team.
Yeah,
going forward.
I hear you. And big shout French Unicorn, who's now in the chat, said
French Montana.
Yeah, said mad love 3-0 winning culture starts now. Definitely. I agree with just about everything that you said. Not just about everything, with everything that you said, Guillermo. The one thing is, like, I mean, I don't care about the record, but I do care about, like I said earlier, winning. If you're starting a culture and you're doing the right things, right, and it results in a win, it builds the confidence. It lets everyone know. It confirms that, you know, when you do things the correct way, it leads to results. The win, obviously, in preseason doesn't mean that, we're going to be these, you know, we're going to tear up the league, because we don't know what these guys are going to do, what the mix is going to be like down the stretch when the pressure hits, and how characters are going to interact with each other when those type of things happen. But I think it does just confirm to everyone that doing the right things is important and that it can lead to results. And, with Fizdale coming in, Scott Perry having a system of accountability, and as long as they are upholding their system and they're holding people accountable, the resulting in a win will always prove to everyone, that
what they're doing is working.
Exactly, it's working, and it works.
I agree with you 100%, Sam. I can't agree with you more.
Yeah, and,
so I can't.
Go ahead.
I really
go ahead, Real Sharpman. Go ahead, man.
Like I said, I can agree with you more because that winning culture needs to be established now. And I'm gonna tell you what, we say it's preseason, and I say these wins mean something. These are growing us. These are giving us tons of confidence. I'm telling you, man. I know you say the preseason don't mean nothing, but you know what? Everybody wants to win in the preseason. I don't care what team you play for, because you want to show that you can win, that you can win as a team, that you can follow the game plan, that you can follow the offensive scheme and the defensive scheme. These wins mean something. I don't care what nobody says. They're very important, Sam. Very, very, very important.
I agree. I think they're definitely important. I mean, of course, we want to see how lineups look and how people work together and those things. But, if you can do that and pull out a win at the same time, I think it's important. Now, of course, it still has to relate to the regular season, transfer over to the regular season, but I think it means something. It means a lot. Now,
listen, one more thing. Fizdale was still putting batteries in their back with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was putting batteries in their back. Believe me, you think he don't want to win? He want to get that in their mind. He want to get that winning culture embedded in their heart. I'm telling you, man, we got something here.
And you heard him screaming.
Too.
You heard him screaming throughout the game.
Man, coaching. I love it. I love what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Let me get down here to French and Nick G. Now let me get down here to French and Nick G. French, what's popping, man? Looks like Nick G froze up on us though. But what's popping, French?
Chilling, man. How you guys doing?
Good.
3-0, baby. 3-0.
3-0. You gotta love it, man.
I love it. I see a lot of promising things. I think Kanter's a machine. Lance Thomas, he's like shocking the shit out of me every day. He's just putting in work. Even though Knox didn't shoot well, he still looks very active out there. He's surprising me on the boards.
Oh, yeah.
Another 10 rebounds today.
Yep.
All of our guards look decent. Even Mudiay, even though he didn't really score, he was like cutting. He was getting into the hole. He was organizing. All in all, I see a lot of good things, man. We got to clean some stuff up. I like Vonleh a lot, too. I think Vonleh might shock some people.
Yeah, I think he definitely will. As a matter of fact, later on, we're going to get into a nice little talk about Vonleh and about Vonleh and Kanter, because, man, we'll get into it and talk about it a little bit. Let me take a call real quick. And then I'm
Sim,
come back to the
I can't wait to get those shirts, man. I just can't wait.
Yeah, man. And I got the customization part is up.
You got it up?
Yeah, it's up. So you can go on, and if you want to throw your name on the back, you can put your name on the back and all that stuff. So
I'm gonna do that. That's the next one, the French unicorn.
That's what's up. Yeah. I got one that's getting ready to come up that says NYK Run NYC, kind of like the Run DMC thing.
Oh, I like that.
It says NYK Run NYC. That'll be up tonight.
That's back in my day, Run DMC.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. So let me get to this phone call, French. I'm gonna mute you. You guys can talk in the background. I'm gonna get to this phone call. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Oh, what's popping? Peace to the chat. I want to say 3 quick things.
Okay.
Isaiah Hicks, he got to get out of here.
Who?
Isaiah Hicks, I don't know if y'all noticed the last 3 games, every time he get in, the score get close. You ever notice that? We could be up
I think, but I don't know if it's just Isaiah Hicks. I think part of it is because, now we're coming in with some of the JV team and, so it's kind of like, I think that's part of the issue. You're coming in with Ron Baker, which I have a question about Baker. But you're coming in with Ron Baker, Damian Dotson. I got a question about Doc too. You're coming in with those guys, Luke Cornett. And so, I don't know if it means that it's just him, but of course he's part of that group. And, Hicks, I mean, I don't know how much. One thing I do see from Hicks that I didn't see last year is he's advancing the ball up the floor a little bit more. And I'm confident with him. I'm actually confident with him advancing the ball up the floor on a fast break. Looks like he can do it, but
yeah, I'm cool with that. I agree with that. But Mudiay got to get out of here. He's out of here. He has to go.
Okay.
How do you feel about Mudiay? Mudiay, he hold on for a second, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mudiay adds nothing to the game at all. He has nothing. He pushes the ball, but he's not utilizing the passing lanes or nothing. And his shot, like, he always falling down. He like, what does he contribute?
I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. We'll see how this plays out with Mudiay. As a matter of fact, before we get to Mudiay, just tell me, what do you think about? How do you feel about us being 3-0 right now? Does it mean anything to you?
That's great. We building good habits. 3-0. You know what I'm saying? We moving the ball a lot. We shooting the ball not better, but we shoot the three more. Defensive intensity, we building habits. Preseason, you got to build habits. So, during the season, we could build on better habits and build on better tendencies.
Right.
So,
right.
It's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
So that's all good.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate the call, brother. All right. Appreciate the call, man.
Chat, I'm gonna continue watching the show.
All right, definitely. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
All right, peace. Yeah. Well, let me get to Prince. I'm gonna get to Prince, and Prince. When I come to you, I'm gonna ask you about how you feel about us being 3-0, and then we can move right into Mudiay. I want to know how you feel about Mudiay's performance today. Him starting, all those type of. Well, we talked about. Well, I don't think you was in here when we talked about him starting. So let me hear what you got to say. Oh, Prince. Oh, I guess Prince didn't hear me. Prince walking away. Prince, you there? Maybe he's not there. Well, anyway, okay. Well, we'll go ahead. We'll talk about Mudiay. I want to know what you guys think about Mudiay. Mudiay today. Let me do a quick rundown of the box score. Mudiay played 22 minutes. Of course, he started tonight. 2 points, 1 for 7 from the floor, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers. He didn't do anything special. I mean, he didn't shoot well, but I don't think he did anything terrible either. He was just there. I don't know if this is his last chance to be, I've seen a lot of people saying that this was Mudiay's last chance to prove himself. I don't know if this is his last chance. I think Fizdale's going to give him more chances. I'm not sure if I see it, though. I'll say that. I don't know if I see it from him. I don't know. He's good. He's good in transition sometimes, right? He's able to find people, like Guillermo said earlier. He's able to draw and kick and find, the person open around a 3-point line. I think we have a lot of people that can do that. Trey Burke can definitely do that. It's about finding what, like the last caller said, what does Mudiay give us consistently? Frank is at least going to give you defense consistently. Give you some blocks, maybe get a couple of rebounds. He hit a hot scoring night. And he's only in his second year in the league. Trey Burke is going to give you buckets. If not anything, he's going to get to the rack and be able to give you some buckets. Even if he's having a off night, he's going to be able to get to the rack and at least draw people in so that he can kick it out, find the big men, whatever it is. Right? Mudiay, I just not exactly sure what he definitely, what does he hang his hat on? Right? Frank hangs his hat on defense. Trey Burke hangs his hat on scoring. He can get in the lane just about whenever he wants to. He has blazing speed. Right? He's got the mid-range. He hangs his hat on scoring. What does Mudiay hang his hat on? Is there something that this is his niche? Right? In the NBA, if you don't have anything, but you have a niche, you can make it. If you're just a rebounder, you can make it. If you're just a defender, you can make it and maybe even start in the league. If you just find your niche, if all you can do is get 10 assists a game, you may have a niche to be in the NBA. What is Mudiay's niche? Does he have one? Does he have something to hang his hat on? I don't believe he does. I don't see it. I'll finish running down the box score. Kevin Knox, 12 points, 6 for 19 from the floor, 10 rebounds, 5 turnovers. He had a rookie game tonight. Rookie game. Had a double-double, but he had a rookie game. 31.6% from the field. Lance Thomas, 13 points, 6 for 10 from the field. 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 0 turnovers, 2 blocks. I love what I'm seeing from Lance Thomas. I think Lance Thomas is going to be our unsung hero of the season. He will be the unsung hero. Let's not discredit. He makes $7 million a year. His value to the team is unbelievable to me. And Enes Kanter, 20 points, 6 for 13 from the field. And look, he shot 46.2% for Kanter. That's actually not that good of a night for Kanter from the field. He's usually around 50 or 60%. 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Tim Hardaway Jr., 21 points. 19 of those points came in the first half. He was 6 for 18 from the field, 33.3%. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 2 turnovers, 1 steal. We already read off Mudiay. Trey Burke, 13 minutes, 6 points, 22% from the field, 2 assists, 1 turnover. Frank Ntilikina, 17 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 5 from the field for 20%, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Noah Vonleh, very impressive tonight. 13 minutes, 10 points, 11 rebounds. 4 of them were on the offensive glass. And by the way, Enes Kanter, of his 15 rebounds, 7 of them were offensive rebounds. Noah Vonleh also had 1 turnover. He's a ball of energy, man. I like him. He's a ball of energy. And we're going to talk about that Enes Kanter and Noah Vonleh pairing a little bit later on. Who else do we have? Mario Hezonja. Listen, I'm not seeing, I see some flashes here and there from Mario. Right now, I haven't seen much that I'm super duper impressed about from Mario Hezonja. We'll see. Alonzo Trier, 2 for 7 from the field, 7 points, only played 15 minutes. Not only played 15 minutes, played 15 minutes, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Then we go down the rest of the line. Luke Cornett, Damian Dotson, Ron Baker, Isaiah Hicks, And these guys, they played those fourth quarter minutes that don't mean much. But that's the lineup. That's the box scores for tonight. The Knicks with the victory, 106-100. New Orleans Pelicans are 0-3 in the preseason. The Knicks are 3-0. How much does it mean? We don't know, but they're 3-0. All right. So I want to find out from you guys, Mudiay. I'm a real Shark fan. I'm gonna come to you, man.
That's right. Okay. What's
Mudiay,
up,
man? Mudiay.
Hey, Sim.
What about Mudiay, man? What are we gonna do with Mudiay?
Sim, I'm sorry. Listen, man. He's out of there. Cause listen, we got ISO Zoe, and you know who ISO Zoe reminds me of? He reminds me of. See, I'm old school like you, Sim. I'm not like one of these little young bucks. He remind me of Vinnie Johnson.
Okay.
The 18-19 microwave.
Okay.
That's who ISO Zoe is. And let me tell you, Mudiay is out of here. Who's going to take his place? He's not taking Frank's spot. He's not taking Trey's spot. He's what is he there for? We don't know. Because he's not showing us nothing. It's just, see, the more we gel, Sim, the more we see everybody's weaknesses and everybody's strengths. See, this game, it wasn't a high statistical game, but it was more of a, do you know what you're supposed to be doing? Because, listen, Trey didn't start. So he got kind of, I don't know. He said he was all right with it. But when he got on the floor, he didn't seem like he was all right with it.
But you know what? When Trey got on the floor, and I mentioned this on Twitter, I felt like Trey was playing more of his game because he didn't have the responsibility of being a guy to really organize everyone. He could just come out and ball.
Say it,
and
Sim,
I think that's what he needs. That's what he needs to be. He's not the guy
to have to think out there. Come on,
exactly.
Sim.
Exactly.
Say it, Sim. I'm a Frank guy too. Listen. Can I tell you my starting five that's going to start the night that we at the show?
Okay.
I'm telling you, my starting five is Kanter, Knox, Mario because of his NBA experience.
Okay.
Timmy and Frank. Guarantee you. And I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, we ain't seen much of Frank. You know why? Because Fizz know already. Come on, listen. When Frank was in there, he stabilizes everything. And you saw that tonight. He slows down. He don't waste time with the ball. He's a good decision maker. Listen, man, Frank is a thinker. He sees what everybody sees while they're seeing it with the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
And Fizz, I'm telling you, I'm a Frank fan. And trust me, that's the starting lineup, man. Fizz knows it. And a lot of people are in denial because they don't like Frank from his play last season. But guess what? Listen, he's playing a lot different now. I see it. He may not be slamming and jamming, and he's not a high flyer, but he's more of a finesse type of guy. But he's the thinker. He's turning into that floor general that we know he is.
And that's what we're gonna need. And
that's what we need.
And that's the reason why I believe. That's the reason why I believe, Guerma, I got you unmuted. The reason why I believe Trey and Frank work so well together on the floor. Because Trey can just be Trey.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he needs to be in a position where he can just be Trey, which is what we seen tonight when he first got in the game. I don't know if it was he felt slighted because Mudiay started. I really just think it's because he didn't have to be involved. When you start the game as that point guard or that lead guard, whatever you want to call him, it is your responsibility to now get everyone
involved,
right? Because it's the beginning of the game. You really got to get everyone involved. Well, when he came into the game, it was he came in. He subbed in for Mudiay, and I think it was Tim Hardaway. He was still in with the starters. They were already involved in the game. He could just come in and hoop. He didn't have to think about the game. He could just come in and play. And I think that's when Trey Burke is at his best.
Yes, I agree.
And you want all of the players at their best. You know what I mean? And that's why I think it works with Frank on the floor, because Frank can be the thinker. Frank doesn't care about scoring. Frank can be the one to just he can be the Ricky Rubio, and Trey can be, you know, Donovan Mitchell. Trey can just play.
Right.
Guillermo, what do you think, man? Mudiay, I mean, where's his? Does he have something to hang his hat on?
I will say this about Mudiay. He could take his guy to the. He has the physical tools, man.
He does.
I like what I saw today. He had good decision making when he would drive to the basket straight on, and then when the guys collapse, he pass it out. You know, he didn't try to force it like Tim Hardaway. He had some really nice assists. You know, I think when he thinks too much, he's a guy, he just needs to react. I think he thinks too much. Like when he was backing down some dude, I forgot what it was. He lost the ball and all this other stuff. And like he was trying to back the guy down for like 10 to 12 seconds. He was terrible, and he's terrible in defense. And when we had the transition defense, excuse me, he was terrible. You know, he had some stupid foul, and it was just, you know, why? You know, so I think, you know, I don't know. It's tough because he can't shoot. Sim, he cannot shoot. If he can shoot, I can say, all right, fine. You could put him in a second unit. You could have him there in a second unit to kind of facilitate to the scorers. But it's tough, Sim. Like who? I'd rather play Dotson over him, man. You know, I like what he did today on offense, but you know, he has to be more. When he's going up, I need to see better shooting. I need to see more decisive. He had a few times where, when he shot the three, he missed it, but he kind of hesitated. And it's like, God, you just got to shoot, attack, score. Do not think too much. And you know, he has 2 more games to show us something. But I'm not sitting Trey down for him, and I'm not sitting Dotson down for him. So he has to really show me something. If he can show me something on defense, maybe. But
yeah, he needs something to hang his hat on. Prince. Because Mudiay is your boy, and we talking about it. Coming to you, bro.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right, Prince, man. All right, Prince. So
sum it up, man. Like you said, I'm you know, I'm a realist. So I got optimism. I'm speaking, you know, positivity into the man's career. But like Guillermo said, it's just those little dumb mistakes that just make you be like, come on, man, them bonehead mistakes. Like Guillermo has said, it was a couple times in transition that he was just playing stupid defense, wasn't rotating right, you know, kind of lackadaisical, not really giving true effort, you know, on the defensive end that the other guys was giving. And I'm just being completely honest. Now, offensively, I believe he did play a better game than the last 2 games. We still need him to score. Like you said, I don't know what it is. Him with this hitch. Like, I mean, I've watched Mudiay shoot the ball in other games, and I don't know where he adopted this hitch from, where he changes, like once he's about to follow through, he flicks his wrist differently or something. It's so weird that it's like, why do you do that? Why are you second guessing yourself in your shot?
Confidence.
Well,
you know, and I believe a lot of it probably is confidence.
Well, you know, as far as this shot is concerned, you know, that just goes back to practicing your fundamentals, even on a professional level. You know, going and standing against the wall and just doing form shooting. You know what I'm saying? 200 shots, 200, 300 shots, wall, you know, just form shooting and working on that form and building that muscle memory. You know what I mean? And when you see guys that have these hitches in their shots, if you're making it, listen, if you're making it, I'm not gonna touch it, right? If you shooting 40% from 3 and that's how you shoot, that's how you shoot. But when you're not making it, then you need to fix it. And it just goes to show that from the time he was a youth, nobody really worked on those type of fundamental things with him. There's a lot of guys in the NBA like that. If you know his history, you know, he went to I forgot the name of the prep school. I think it was Deion Sanders Prep School. He went to Deion Sanders Prep School, and the school really
Gulliver Preparatory Academy.
I forgot the name of it. But the school really wasn't set up to really build these guys' skills and their academics. It really was just kind of a way to, you know, bring talented players in and a money scheme, really. The guys couldn't even go on to college because they didn't have the right accreditations and all that kind of stuff. And it's unfortunate because a lot of these guys, come up in these systems and they go to these type of programs that really don't promote and promote skill development, and then they get to the league and
That's bad.
Prime time. Mitch O'Connor said it. Prime time. They and then they come into the league and they don't have the right skill sets to be successful. You know what I mean? And it's hurting a lot of players who have the natural ability and the natural talent. You know, I don't know what Mudiay hangs his hat on. I don't know what. You know, and I'm afraid.
In his defense, if you know me, like you said, I'm Mudiay's lawyer to the chat. So in his defense, I truly believe, and I heard I don't know if it was Wally after the post game say it, or if it was OG at the desk. But basically, what he was saying was that Mudiay is he can flatten defenses by basically saying he can get to the basket. Now, again, Sim, if he can make those bunnies, those layups that he's horribly missing, that's killing us. That makes him that much more dangerous. So again, when he collapses defenses and people corralling him, he can kick the ball back out so it can be swung around and, we can knock down those open threes. Yeah. So that's what Fizz wants to see. But again, if Mudiay is not going to make these layups and be consistent with finishing at the rim, like your game is like people like, okay, run to the basket. You're not gonna make the layup,
right? So
everybody stay on your shooter. Let Mudiay go. He's gonna blow the layup. Let's get a rebound and push it out.
Yeah, and one of the things about his layups comes back down to his shooting skill, because if you notice when Mudiay gets to the basket, sometimes. And this is with all guards. They get to the basket and they may have to move, they may have to move the ball around a defender or whatever it is, right? Mudiay doesn't have any touch because of the way the hitches in his shot and the flick of his wrist. He doesn't have much touch. So when he does have to move and slide and then square to the basket, he doesn't have the nice touch to just go ahead and float it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a nice little bit of a touch. He doesn't have that, and it causes him to shoot it a little bit hard or not be off. And, he's got to develop just that little bit of touch, that feather touch that can allow him to just kind of float the ball into the hoop when he gets in those kind of situations. And he doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't have it.
Strong arm, dude.
Yeah.
Strong arm.
Right. Let me get to a couple of super chats here before we move on. Big shout out to Marty Knicks. Marty Knicks with a couple of super chats. I'm gonna read them off. Marty said, "Let Frank against the Nets," saying let Frank play against the Nets, or let Frank start. I think that's what he's trying to say. Marty believes we can make the playoffs if we keep playing hard, and he likes Frank and Trier more than Mudiay and Trey. I like the Frank and Trier too. They're both, big guards that can play some defense and do some things. I like that as well. And then Marty Nick said he can't believe Lily Phillips is saying good things about Frank. It's about time. And then big shout out to Josiah Russell for the super chat. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Frenchie, I'm gonna get to you, man. What do you think about Mudiay? And then I want to talk about Hardaway. I want to hear what you think about Mudiay. Then I want to talk about Hardaway because I got a lot of things to say about Hardaway.
I think the biggest issue with Mudiay is he is always jumping off the wrong foot. He's never coming off the right foot when he goes to lay it up. It's always off. I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear me?
No, I couldn't. Isaiah was young. I lost everything.
Oh, yeah. Isaiah come in making noise, welcome, man. Yo, chill out, Isaiah. All right.
Yeah, so that's what I feel. I feel like he's just awkward. Like, he could get to any spot he wants on the floor. His handle's like sick. But when he gets there, he's just so herky-jerky, jumping off the wrong foot, laying it up like short. Who lays it up short? Who hits the rim with layups?
Yeah. Hopefully, man, he can find something. I mean, maybe the one thing that I would say that he could, and Guillermo, I think, pointed it out, is his ability to attack and kick and find people. If he can, if maybe that's something he can find.
He had 6 assists today. The leader of the assists on the team.
He had 6 assists today. He had 6 assists today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hardaway a little bit before we talk about Kanter and Vonleh. Tim Hardaway Jr., man. I don't know. Tim Hardaway Jr. just he irks me. He just gets on my nerves.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I am, when he's going well, I support him. If he was playing the right way and he wasn't going well, I would still support him. But he just does things that bothers me, even when he's playing well. And this is the reason why he shot. So tonight, I'll go back and look at the box score again. Tim Hardaway Jr. shot 33% from the field after he had a hot start. And what?
He started off 6 for 7.
Exactly. After he had a hot start. And then what makes me even more upset, though, is MSG, Madison Square Garden, on YouTube. You know, they have Tim Hardaway Jr. and Kevin Knox shines versus the Pelicans. Really? Tim Hardaway Jr. shot 33% from the field. Neither one of them really shined. Noah Vonleh shined, and Enes Kanter shined.
Yeah.
Right? They use those guys because those are the big names. Those are the guys that shined, really. You know what I'm saying? Tim Hardaway didn't shine. Tim Hardaway had a good 5 to 6 or 7 minutes. After that, he started pulling up garbage from the field.
Even though Knox shot bad, I still think he looked better than Tim out there.
He did because he definitely looked better than Tim out there.
Yeah, he looked better, man.
You
see that this kid's gonna be the truth, Kevin Knox.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's better than Porzingis like you say, but you could see that he's talented. That he got a lot of talent.
Now, I never say he's better. I don't say he's better than KP.
He's got more. He's got more to him.
I say he's got more to him.
Better skill set. Better skill set.
Yeah, more skill set, and he has the ability. I believe he has the ability to be
better than. That's what my boy.
He's not that now. He's not that now, definitely. Because
No.
I noticed the penchant for him to fade, not fade away as far as fade away like this, but fade away in the game and kind of be quiet, and he's not noticeable out there. You know what I mean?
The thing that I'm noticing a lot about Knox too is his handles. He can handle the ball.
Yeah, he can handle the rock, man. He can handle it a little bit.
Rock. You can't take it off of him.
Yeah.
A couple of guards try to steal it from him, and he just either made the spin or he just crossed them over.
The back or something.
He can handle it.
Yep. But back to Tim Hardaway. Hold up. 1 second, Prince. Back to Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway ruins himself. He was 6 for 7, and then his bad shot selection jumps in. Right? He's
third quarter.
Right. He's 6 for 7, and then here comes the bad shot selection. And with the bad shot selection, he misses. Right? Because of these bad shots, taking bad shots. And then now he's off again because he takes himself off. Right? Instead of just continuing to take the ball to the basket, take good shots when they're available. Right? Because listen, he's a professional. He gets open shots, he's going to make them. You get good shots, he's probably going to make them. But then he starts shooting these wild shots that, heat checks when he's not hot. You know what I mean? And then he takes himself out of rhythm. And then you end up shooting 33% from the field. You scored 21 points, but you shot 33% from the field. You know what I mean? That's just not good, efficient basketball. Tim Hardaway shot 18 shots. He shot 18 shots tonight. And if he would have played 35 minutes instead of 25, that would have been 24 shots. Maybe he would have made 2 or 3 of those. He still would have shot 33% from the field, most likely. And I know there's Tim Hardaway supporters in the chat, and y'all gonna say I'm hating. I'm not hating, because when he was 6 for 7, I was like, yes, Hardaway, if you play this way, this is how you play, this is what you do. But then what did he do? He lost his top. And I'm depending on Fizdale to pull him in, though. We need Fizdale to pull him back when he starts losing his top. Fizdale's got to pull him back in and tell him, no, There is one thing that I'm getting afraid with Fizdale a little bit. And I know people are going to say, oh, we're hating on Fizdale already. I'm not hating on him. But there's one thing that, to me, bothers me just a little bit. But I'm going to let these guys get in and talk a little bit about Hardaway. And then I'm going to tell you what it is that bothers me just a smidget about Fizdale. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Isaiah, what's popping, bro?
What's popping, Sam?
Yeah, so what's going on, man?
Man, listen, lady, she had a good time. I got her. Was happy.
You got her a what?
I got her a birthday.
Okay.
But look, man, I thought of self-selection, and let me. What I took from this, Sam.
Oh, do me a favor. Put the mic a little closer to your mouth so it's breaking up.
Wait, wait, Prescott. Yeah, but no, listen. Yo, Gambo, but no, Sam. So basically, like, I think you were jealous of our.
Yeah, we it's hard for us to hear you, man. It's hard for us to hear you, Isaiah. It's breaking up big time. All right, it's breaking up. It's breaking up. Now you got your snout all in there, and we don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't mean to go full screen with it. Hold up. There we go. We got Nick G. Nick G, what's popping, man? It's been a minute. What's up with you?
Yeah, I know, man. I know. See, we won the game.
Hey, Nick
I didn't
G.
watch the game, but I watched the highlights and stuff.
Yeah, what's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Sam?
I'm good. It's been a minute. What's up with you?
I can't complain, man. We got the win, and we hope to see better.
Right.
What you talk about now, though?
So what's your take on Tim Hardaway Jr., man? What are we gonna do about Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking about this, and maybe because you're in Washington, you could tell me better. But what do you think about trading Tim Hardaway Jr. from Kelly Oubre?
For Kelly Oubre?
Yeah. He's a steady player. And that's what I'm saying.
And then who would step up in Tim Hardaway's spot? Courtney Lee, Trier.
So far, everybody off the bench has been better than Tim Hardaway Jr.
Right. I agree with you.
Like, if you think about it, like, this guy is just like a freaking gunner, man. Sorry for the language, but he just comes in and you know what's weird? It's like he think he's Kobe or something.
Yeah.
But yet, like, Kobe's aggressive. Kobe went to the. He tried to draw fouls, and it's not Hardaway can't go to the basket. That's probably his best thing to do.
He can.
Because he can't hit free throws. He just pushes me up every time he takes these wild wild shots.
Yeah.
And he's not hitting.
Right. And he's exactly he takes these wild shots. He's not hitting them. But the thing is, he has the body, and I'm about to go to the real shark fin.
Exactly.
He has the body to go to the basket and absorb the contact. He has the perfect NBA body.
You know what's funny about the whole thing too about Tim Hardaway? Like, flip back to the era. They traded everybody but Tim Hardaway because they thought in that kind of Kobe, role to some degree. But he just didn't have that mindset to say, like, okay, I could control myself. Yeah. It's just no control whatsoever.
Right. And that's the thing with him. Real Shark Pen, I'm gonna come to you, man. What's your take on Tim Hardaway, man? What are we gonna do?
Hey, let me tell you, man, Sam. I was telling Guillermo a little while ago that, like, and I mentioned it to you before. Like, we starting to gel now, and you see everybody that's off and everybody that's on, and now you see how off he is, how aloof he is, how not with the team he is. And when he do something good, nobody really cheers for him, Sam. So it's mutual. it's mutual. Not only that, like you were saying, like I was saying when you was talking, it's too late for him. Fizz cannot help him. It's too late. I'm gonna tell you one main reason. No, matter of fact, I could give you 70 million reasons why it's too late, man. So, I think he's out of there, man, because he seems unhappy. He seems very unhappy if he doesn't have that ball. If he ain't got the rock, he's not happy. He don't want to play with the team. He's not passing it. That's why he's chucking it all the time, Sim. You a coach, Sim. I know you see a lot of real to his self tendencies in his game right now.
I see it.
I know you do, Sim. I know you do. I know you're not hating. See, Sim, I'm a realist like you. Sim. I'm from the old school, Sim. I'm 50 years old, Sim. I was a Knicks fan since the 80s, man. The 80s, man. And I suffered with them since then. And let me tell you, I'm telling you, man, since the 80s, since Rory Sparrow days, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
And Bill Cartwright. Yeah. Come on, man.
I hear you.
Come on, man. You can tell when a player is not gelling with the rest of the team. Something's going on with him. I'm telling you, because how you going to be hot the whole first and then you just ice cold? What happened?
Yeah.
Come on, Sam.
Yeah, let me get to this caller. Let me get to this caller. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping, bro?
Yo, Sim, what up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. What's your take on Tim Hardaway Jr., man?
Shout out to the chat, everybody, man, from Brooklyn, East New York. You already know. Listen, I just want everybody. I've been watching your show for a minute, Sim, and I never called through. You know what I mean? Never got through, whatever like that. But I've been watching the chats, the live chats, and all that. But I think everybody needs to just calm down a little bit. I feel like everybody who have a point against Mudiay is absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We don't know what we get from him, and I think Dobson right now should be taking his place. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I just figure like this, man. Let the young boys get in there. You know what I'm saying? Mudiay, he's young and all that, but I think he's kind of finished. He's been in the league for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? He should have it by now. He should know what to do by now.
Right.
Dobson in training camp was kind of like suspect. You know what I mean? But I just feel like right now he's coming into his own right now. Him, my boy Trev, they doing their thing right now. You know what I'm saying? I like what Fizdale is doing. He's giving these boys the opportunity. It's training camp. I don't want to go too hard on them right now. You know what I'm saying? On, you do this, you do that. This is what I need you to do. He's trying to find his way, just like they trying to find their way.
Yeah.
So we all got to just be fair right now. You feel me?
Okay. What about Timmy?
What about who?
Tim Hardaway. What about Tim Hardaway? Where are you with Tim Hardaway?
Timmy's gonna be that dude, man. That he's just gonna be up and down. He remind me a little bit like a premature John Starks. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of those guys that you love him when you love him, and you hate him when you hate him. You feel me? Like it's kind of like up and down with him. You got to take him for what it is. You know what I mean? And with Porzingis out right now, we're going to have to depend on him, but the leader of our team right now is Kanter. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be solid. You know what I mean? He's not going to be, athletic enough to block shots all the time and all that stuff like that, but he will give you those numbers, and he'll put that heart into that defense and, and give the youth, some knowledge on, on what it's like to play in the NBA. And that's what he's there for. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I mean, from me looking at this show from when I first started, like about a month ago or 2 months ago,
okay,
we just need patience. Everybody was talking patience from the beginning, but now it seems like everybody's having these big expectations on these people, on these kids that don't really know nothing about it yet. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, the debate is great. I love the debates all the time, but we gotta stick to our own guns and just be patient with everybody. You know what I mean?
I got you. I hear you. No doubt. Yeah, I appreciate the call, man.
That's a fact. But yo, I'm gonna let you go, man. I just wanted to chime in on it. You know, shout out to the chat. Like I said, BK all day, aka Dre. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be listening to y'all all the time, man, because this is what I do. Every time I remember the Tuesdays, Thursdays, and what was it, Sundays or whatever. But I like all the games after we doing it after every game now. That's fine with me too.
That's what it is.
But we gotta be patient, man. They hustling on defense. You know, we can't complain about that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we get from offense, we gotta let these guys grow into it. That's all I want to say about that, man.
Hey,
but the defense is looking sharp, man. I was only upset about the Nets. The first period of the Nets, the last game, we was looking a little sluggish. You know what I'm saying? We was looking lost, but we you know, we got it together. Let's give Fizdale a chance. Let's give the young guys a chance and let them grow into their own, man, before we start prosecuting these guys like this. You heard?
All right. I got you, B. Appreciate the call, man.
Right.
Make sure you call back.
No doubt, man. Y'all be easy, man. Shout out to the chat, man. I love you guys, man. New York all day, baby. You already know what it is.
All right. Peace. All right. Got some energy in the building. I like that. Got some energy in the building. He did say something in there that I agree with him. Right now, Kanter, everybody swore up and down and knew Tim Hardaway Jr. was going to be our best player. I think Kanter's going to be our best player. Just from what I'm looking at right now, Kanter is going to be our best player. I mean, the guy he's, you know, listen, he has maybe a couple of defensive lapses on the floor, but he played decent defensively. Offensively, you know what you're going to get from Kanter. I got Kanter averaging 20 points a game, 12 to 15 rebounds a game. And I know it's preseason, but we've seen Kanter do it last year too. You know what I'm saying? Kanter is going to be our best player, easily going to be our best player this year. And we're going to have some decisions to make with Kanter come the offseason. But, I mean, Kanter, wow, the kid is, he's serious, man. He's serious, and he's coming for it. He's coming for it. He's serious. Calling you on live with nothing but Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's popping? Could you do me a favor? Could you turn that down in the back?
All right, hang on a second.
No problem.
He was saying Kanter is going to be our best player, easily going to be our best player this year.
All right, man. So, you there?
All right. Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, what do you think about Kanter? We would talk about Hardaway. You know, I had my, I did my little bitching about Hardaway. What do you think about Kanter? Because I've been thoroughly impressed with Kanter.
I was chime in on Hardaway. I was feeling what the last guy said about Hardaway. He said something that kind of struck me. I was going to say that before he called. He reminds me of a John Starks. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like a John Starks kind of guy. He's an athlete. He's not so much his basketball IQ will never get to a certain point, just like John Starks. He could get us to a certain point, but he couldn't get the big ticket. He just didn't have that IQ. As far as Kanter is concerned, we talking about Kanter now?
Yeah.
Kanter is our best player.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be our leader. And as you spoke about earlier in some of your broadcasts, he's really playing himself to another team. I feel like another team would take Kanter. And this year, him having a good season, other teams are going to be looking at Kanter.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for this year, he's going to be a good role model for our young guys, Mitchell Robinson, and our bigs, Vonleh. I think they're going to learn a lot from him. But Kanter's the man. Kanter's doing everything that we need right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Everything that we need him to do. Yeah. Everything that we need him to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Everything we need him to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Kanter.
So,
I'm just impressed
with
by
Kanter
the guy,
right now. It's a win-win with Kanter. Any team would take a double-double guy.
Yeah. Tonight, once again, 20 points, 15 rebounds. He shot 46% from the field, but that's actually low for him. He missed a couple of bunnies at the rim tonight. You know,
Right. But he can do 2020 a few times this season.
He will. Oh yeah. He might give us the 2030 this year. You know.
Yeah, I really think he could.
You know, and you know, he had 5 assists. He had 5 assists as well.
And 5 assists. You know
what I'm saying? He had 5 assists as well. So, and a block.
He's not as athletic as you would like, but like you mentioned a few times in your broadcast earlier, you can't have everything.
Exactly.
This dude got a lot. So I think, and for this season, I think he's going to be a big part of what the Knicks try to do. And I think he's going to be a big part of the tutelage for our bigs going forward, even if he's not with us coming up in the next season or so.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, caller, man, I appreciate your call. All right, I'm going to get.
All right, Sam.
Talk to
I've been listening to you for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Queens, New York, moved to New Jersey. Now I'm down in Atlanta. Your show is tight. I'm feeling you, and I continue to watch you.
Appreciate you.
I'll call back in again.
All right. Looking forward to it.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Let's see. I want to see what the video chat thinks about Kanter, and then we'll back that up. We'll follow that up with Noah Vonleh. All right, Nate. I'll get to you since you ain't been in yet. What's your
perfect point in Kanter, man. Listen, I really think we need to find a way to re-sign him because I know he's going to ask for money, but I think we can come to the table and find a deal that's going to be reasonable for both sides. Because you got to think about it. If the Knicks are going to be successful, we need a guy like Kanter who can rebound, who can score inside the post. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at KP, he's more of an outside guy. He's not going to play inside, you know. And Knox is going to play on the wing more likely if we keep Kanter. So I just like his game. I mean, you find me a center out there that has like 20 points, 15 rebounds, and he's even working on his passing too. Mm-hmm. You know, they've really been trying to work with him passing out of the post, which I think is going to be a staple of our offense right now, because right now we have no identity. We have to keep this guy. He is a dog on the boards. He can even post up inside. You saw that movie he did on Anthony Davis was good, and his defense has gotten better. Let's give him credit. He's keeping guys in front of him. He played pretty good defense on Davis a couple of times.
Yeah, and look, I seen the one play, man. He bowled
Anthony Davis out of the way.
Lowered his shoulder and just knocked Anthony Davis out the way. That's power for you, man. Guillermo, what do you think, man?
Yeah, man. He had this one move on Anthony Davis where he faked the layup. Anthony Davis kind of hesitated, and then he dug his head in and then went for the layup. And I was like, yeah, this dude's been working on his game this summer, man. I'll give it to him. Look, Kanter has to think long term, man. He, the whole thing with the turkey thing and blah blah with his father. I think that he looks at New York as a place where he could build out his brand. He also sees 2019 coming, so he's gonna have to take, I won't say a discount, but give us a friendly deal. Let us sign you to a few years. Because look, on the boards, like I said last time, man, one of the most important things you can get for a rookie, these young players, and a lot of players on a team that need confidence, is extra possessions. And Kanter is that guy that, or at least on offensive end, to get possessions. So I like what I saw tonight, man. Look, Kanter is a special player on offense. On defense, he gave effort, but also take into account, I think Kanter is one of these guys that if the spirit of the team is up, he gets up with the team. And we haven't had that in a while. Look at last year when he got in LeBron's face when he tried to get Franklin Akena's grill.
Not only that, but
we need dirty guys like that. We need guys who are going to carry the Knicks logo on their back like, yo, this is my team. Versus Tim Hardaway Jr., who only thinks about himself. So, hey, I like what he did tonight, man. I want to see, like Frenchie said, I want to see how he works with Vonleh, because Vonleh is another spirit guy. I think he's a guy that he crashes the board decently. He shot a shot. He looked good. I like to see those two guys work together. But yeah, get Tim Hardaway off the team. So thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get. We got a couple. We know whose Mark is. And right now, it looks like...
Oh, who's Mark?
Yeah, who's Mark is here. He's in the building. Who's Mark is in the building, although his video stream froze. And it froze with the worst face. It froze with the worst face that you could have. I was getting ready to blow it up, but it went out. It went out. But we got a new guy here. Hey, my man, what's going on, dude?
What's going on, man?
How you
Sim, I've
doing?
been with you for a minute, man. Like, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Daniel Watkins.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Hopefully you enjoying the season, the preseason so far.
Man, I mean, like, yo, I'm just ready for the season, man. I don't look at none of this preseason crap to be anything, yo. I don't care about the wins, the losses. I'm looking to see who ate who did their homework over the summer. That's what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to see, okay, so did this person take a step or this person took a back step? You know, that's all I'm really paying attention to right now. I don't care if we win, I don't care if we lose. That's really what's all important right now.
So who do you see right now that took steps forward? And tell me who you see that took steps forward. And then
Frank definitely took a step. But you see this is what pissed me off about Jeff Hornacek. That, I'm mad that, he didn't do. Frank is a type of player. You can't play for 10 minutes and say, okay, I'm going to play you for 10 minutes, right? And then I'm going to get something out of you. You have to play Frank for a long time. He only shows spurts of what he does in a long time. He even did that last year. When he closed out the games, remember at the beginning of the season?
Yep.
When he was closing out games, when hand clutch shots, all of that. Why was that happening then? Because you played him. You just allowed him to play. He showed you that he wanted to win. Yo, he's the real deal. He is the real deal.
I agree with you. Frank is the kind of guy he needs to be on the floor, and so that he can see. I see Frank like this. He's on the floor. He's kind of getting warmed up to whoever he's playing, whoever's defending him.
He's not going to just come in and
right.
Oh well, let me take a shot because no.
Yeah,
that's Hardaway does.
That's not what he does. And
he's
figures
not a
out
hard head. And see, what I like about Frank is that whether he's on the floor, he always does something that is an impact to the game.
Mm-hmm.
People understand. If you're on the floor, if you're not scoring, do something else. And him and Lance, you can always count for them to have impact on the game.
Yep. I agree with you. What do you think about Kanter? What do you think about Kanter?
I got it, yo.
Lance Thomas with Frank.
I'm a very me personally. I'm hard.
Lance really worked on his game in the offseason.
I'm really a hard person to be impressed by.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like at first, like from last year, Kanter was just a regular guy. Like I looked at him to be someone who just puts up numbers, but he only gave one effort on one side of the floor. This year, I could really see he's really trying. He's not the best defensively, but this man is trying. He's staying alert. He's staying in the right spots. You know what I'm saying? Whenever someone's in the paint, he's staying on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He's not committing those silly fouls like he used to last year. He's really trying. And he's doing the same thing, So
I agree with you.
If we could get Kanter back on not on a very low deal, if we could get him back that on a decent price, like a 3-year 17 mil deal, something like that, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll take that any day.
It's gonna be
Kanter, another thing about Kanter, he doesn't mind playing his role either. So if he knows that he has to be a backup, he's gonna be a backup. He spoke about Mitch. So, he spoke about Mitch wanting the starting spot. So he's one of those guys where you don't ever have to worry about his ego really getting in the way of a team. He does what he wants to. He does what's best for the team, and that's it. So that's all I like about Ken.
All right, yeah, man. And you know what? It's going to be an interesting summer when we get to that. With Kanter. But I'm trying to stay focused on just this season that's coming up. We ain't even got to the first game yet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay focused there. But I'm really, really impressed with Kanter. I'm also impressed. I am also very impressed so far. Noah Vonleh got some minutes today. And it's something that I wanted him to get. He got 13 minutes. I would have liked to see him even get a little bit more. And I think he will. I think Noah Vonleh is going to become a big part of this team. And not for nothing, guys, but he may get more minutes than Mitch. And I know some people's gonna hate on me for it, or not hate on me, but get on me for it. But he may get more minutes than Mitch because he's a better rebounder. He understands the game better. He's stronger. He may not be the athlete that Mitch is, and he may not end up being the player that Mitch Robinson will be in the future. But right now, he's a better player than Mitchell Robinson. And he's still young. You know what I mean? He may end up playing more than Mitch plays this season. Just based on some of the things that I've seen. And I know, in the first game, Mitchell Robinson did some really good things, but it is very evident, though. Mitchell Robinson is going to be in foul trouble. Mitchell Robinson is going to, he's going to take a pounding down low with some of the big guys. And when he does that, you're going to chance injury. You're going to chance injury with him taking a pounding down. He's got to play it, though. He's got to be in there to play it. But I think Noah Vonleh is going to end up getting more minutes than Mitchell Robinson, and it's going to be well-deserved. Yes, Ralph Unreal, I think he is a better rebounder than Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson right now, from what I've seen as far as rebounding, relies on his height and his length. And Noah Vonleh goes and gets it when he's rebounding. He's stronger. Listen, there's going to be people. I can see guards being, some guards, not all guards, 6'6", 6'7" guards boxing Mitch out the paint because he doesn't have the strength yet. It's not his fault. He doesn't have the strength yet in the muscle, the lower body strength, to stop it from happening. I don't see that happen with Noah Vonleh. You know what I mean? I think that Noah Vonleh is going to get more minutes than Mitchell Robinson. He may not be the better player in the future, but he's the better player right now, in my opinion. He can do more things on the floor. He can shoot it from three. He can handle the ball sometimes. He's aggressive. He's an active body. He can fight through contact. I think I think he can be a good player for us. You know what I mean? And just looking at him, you got a guy like that in Kanter. I mean, Kanter is a little bit different player because Kanter can, take you down low, beat you up down low. A relentless rebounder on the offensive and defensive side of the floor. But then you come off the bench with Vonleh, who comes in and gives you the same things. You know what I'm saying? Besides the post up, he doesn't really. I don't know if he had the post up game, and I haven't seen that much of him yet. Just based on what I have seen from him. Another guy though that comes in and gives you that energy around the basket, around the rim, and he can get the rebound and he can go full court with it as well. Not that we want him doing that all the time, but he can do it. He can advance the ball if it's necessary. I like him as the backup center right now. Because of what he's bringing and what he puts in, the energy that he brings to the game. Again, tonight, 10 points, 11 rebounds in 13 minutes. Just 13 minutes, 10 points, 11 rebounds. He had a double-double. And that's based off of just pure energy that he brings to the game. Pure energy that he brings to the game. And I don't think Mitchell Robinson brings that kind of energy yet. And he may not ever bring that kind of energy, but he doesn't have the strength. He doesn't understand the game yet like Noah Vonleh does. Noah Vonleh is going to bring something. He may be the guy. We lost, what's his name to Indiana. He may be that guy that comes in and does what he did. Maybe not exactly what KO did, what Kyle O'Quinn did, but enough, to be able to rebound, hit it, maybe hit a three here and there. We'll see. We'll see. He said Mitch does bring Lob City. Yeah, he does. But we need more than that Lob City stuff. You know what I'm saying? We need more than that. We need some ingredients. You know what I mean? We need some ingredients. Let me see what you guys thinking. Frenchie, man, what do you think, man? What do you think about Noah Vonleh?
That's what we're talking about. I like to see him at the 4 more than the 5. I'd like to see him next to Kanter instead of in place of Kanter. I like to see him. I feel like he has some D too, where he might complement Kanter a little over there, and he shoots so he could stretch the floor. He's got a little bit of handles. I don't know why we got to force him at the. I'm not saying don't play him many minutes at the 5. He could play like the small ball. But I like Mitch in our rotation too. I think Mitch is going to have a major. I mean, Kanter will have the most minutes, but I think Mitch will have 15 to 20 minutes a game too.
I'm thinking Mitch is going to be about 10 minutes a game. That's what I think. I think he's going to be 10 to 15 minutes a game because I think he's going to get in foul trouble a lot. He just doesn't have the body strength.
You have 6 fouls. He's not the starter. You know, he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. That's true.
He doesn't have to stay in the game. I think he has 6 fouls, and I think we're going to give him. But Mitch does a lot of things on both sides of the floor that you just can't teach. It's just natural. He gets up in the air. He dunks everything that's close to him, and the rebounding is natural for him.
I mean, it is, but I don't know. I have to go back and look at the stats of the last few games. I feel like he can easily get pushed out the paint. I just don't feel like he's strong enough. I think he's easily get pushed out the paint.
Need a little bit, but he's so fast and his hops off. He just jumps off the ground so fast. I don't mean to be yelling, but the chat's
I know. I get it. I know. I'm used to it. Let me see. Prince.
They're live tonight.
Yeah, I know. Got a few of them in there. They're live. Prince, man, what do you think? Noah Vonleh. What's your take on Vonleh, man?
Man, Sam, honestly, people, Aunt G was hating on me last chat. We was talking that I said I thought that Vonleh needed more burn. I think he should be our 4. I really believe that if he can work into that position and earn Coach Fizdale's respect, I would like to see him at the 4 rather than Lance. I know he's not the 4 for the future, but what he brings to our team as far as defense, as far as just his toughness, I mean, that and one was mean. I mean, he went up two-handed and dunked on a 7-foot dude. That was a very tough and big play for us. I ain't seen nobody get an and one dunk like that. And I mean, since Amari, I don't remember that. So with that being said, I mean, Vonleh, I think he definitely needs to play a lot more. What Kanter did, Kanter is doing what he's been doing. He's showing everybody that he deserves to play. You know what I'm saying? He deserves to be here in New York. He worked his butt off all summer, and he's showing y'all he may average a double-double. And I believe it. I truly believe we may see Kanter average a double-double this season.
He averaged a double-double last year. I think that he's going to go to a double this year. Yeah, Kanter was 14 and 11 last year. I think he's going to take that to another level. I think that, and a lot of that was because in the fourth quarters he wasn't playing. Jeff Hornacek wasn't playing.
20 and 15?
He could be. He really could be a 20 and 15 guy. Let me give a couple of shout-outs. Wow. Shout out to Marty Knicks. He said, Knox can't stay in front of Mudiay, KP over Knox. That's a shot at me. Marty Knicks again said, trade Kanter while it's hot. I don't know, I want to see what's going on here, Marty. I want to see what happens. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna trade somebody, I'm gonna trade Hardaway. You know what I mean? And then I got from Armando Chico. Thank you for the super chat. He said Robinson seems to be a better shot blocker and defender right now. The rest has to grow. He has to grow into. So, hey, caller, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Tim, man?
I'm chilling, man. How you doing?
From Miami.
From Miami. What's popping, bro? How you feeling?
Feeling good, brother. Feeling good, man. Excited about the season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, right now, there's some things we're going to probably get to a little bit later and just talking about, what the Knicks need. But what do you see right now? What's making you feel good?
Everything about the new era, man. It's freshness, man, to all of us, man. Something it's been a long time coming. They're starting to do things the right way. Just doing things that are common sense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
I just also wanted to talk about Hardaway, man. We need to trade Hardaway. If it takes 2 second-round picks, because we need to move that contract, man. We can't stick around with that contract.
Yeah.
We need to clear that contract out. We need to get him out of here. If it has to be a first-round pick, like further down away, like a first-round pick 3 years from now, I'll do it just to move that contract because we need the cap space for this summer.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Hey, I'm all for moving Hardaway. He's never been my style of player. When Phil Jackson traded him, I was happy. I was okay with it. I didn't have a problem with him being traded. When Steve Mills brought him back, I'm not going to say I wasn't happy. I was just like, well, let's see what he does. But he just has never been my kind of player. So, I'm willing to get him out of here. If he can free up cap space, I'm ready to get him out of here. Ready to move him.
I can't express enough the importance of getting. We need to clear up cap space with Courtney Lee, with Lance Thomas, and the reason why is because the most important. We need to get a max free agent before we extend Porzingis. Because then that limits our what we could do cap wise in the future incredibly. So that's why it's important that we need to hit a home run this next summer. If we can get look, I believe the NBA wants the LA market and the New York market to be able to be competitive again. LA is already on its way. LeBron is there. It's going to happen for them. They're going to get another major star next summer. It's time. It's time for New York to clear up the cap space, get 2 major free agents next year. Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler to New York.
Okay.
This has got to happen.
It's got to happen. That's
why I would include a future first-round pick to get Timmy Hardaway Jr. out of here.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even hear you. I didn't even hear you say a future first round pick. I don't know if I'm gonna trade a first round pick. I would trade him for a second round pick or something like, or 2 seconds, or hopefully a low first. I don't want to trade picks.
Look, if a team is willing to take, let's say, New York's 21 first-round draft pick, which is like 3 years from now, or the 20th. Not next year, not this year, because next year we're gonna be bad this year, so we're gonna be in the lottery. But if we're able to sign 2 stars in the summer, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're gonna be giving up a lottery pick that's gonna be in the 20s, in the high 20s, which it won't matter. If we land like Durant and Butler, and then extend KP, that's it. That's it. We'll be competitive in the East for the next 5-6 years.
Okay.
And that's all that matters.
All right.
They have the opportunity to do that. So this is the time where the Knicks have to go all in. So if you need to trade a first round pick to get Timmy Hardaway Jr.'s contract out of New York, you do it. You do that, and then you buy out Noah. And then before the trade deadline, you trade Courtney Lee and you trade Lance Thomas. You know how much cap space we're gonna have? We can convince we can get 2 max contracts. And I mean Butler and Durant have a chance of coming to New York to team up with KP. That is a possibility.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this call. If it happens, we're coming back to this call and say, what's your name again?
Ernesto.
Ernesto. We're going to come right back and say, boom, Ernesto predicted it. Hey, Ernesto, I appreciate the call, man.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good one, man. Peace.
And
have a good one.
Talk to you guys soon, man. Peace.
Definitely.
Have a good week.
Have a good week. Weekend. Good. Have a good weekend. Yeah, all right. All right. Well, we talked about players. We talked about some players, man. I want to get into now. I want to break down and talk about some areas of need. You know what I'm saying? Just some things that we need still. We've won 3 games. It's been great. But we're obviously not a perfect team. You know, when there's some real areas of need. One of the areas that I see right now that I think we're in need is the break. You know what I mean? I really think we need some work in the fast break. I'm seeing things that are, I'm seeing a lot of bad spacing on the break, which is causing turnovers. I don't see us getting the ball up the floor. We're still dribbling. We're not passing the ball up the floor to get the ball up the floor. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big mistake. But yeah, just bad spacing, bad decisions on the break. I want to show you something. It's just one little thing. I want you to take a look at this. All right, guys, that's in the video chat. I don't know if you're going to get a chance to look at it. This is just an example. I was explaining, I think in the last stream, I was talking about passing the ball up the sideline. Right? And you pass the ball up the sideline so that you can move the ball up the floor. Right? And we don't do it. A couple of times I seen Frank do it. I seen Frank pass it up the sideline to Knox. And then Mario Hezonja, I think, hit the guy in the back, but Knox would have had an open layup. But I want to show you just the difference. Now, the Pelicans missed this layup, but they get it because they pass the ball up the sideline and get an early look at a bucket. And then watch what we do. All right? So just watch here. You're going to see the ball gets inbound to Payton. He looks right up the sideline without a dribble. Jrue Holiday catches the defense off guard and gets to the bucket. Right? There it goes. I'm going to show that one more time. As a matter of fact, when I show it, I'm going to pause it. All right? Into Payton. Bang. No dribble. He didn't take a dribble. He caught the ball. As soon as he caught the ball, you see him here. He's catching the ball. Taking a couple steps. No dribble. Up the sideline. This is how you get early offense, folks. This is how you get early offense. He passed the ball up the sideline. Holiday gets the ball. Defense isn't really set. Goes to the rack. He misses. Now watch what we do. Dribble. The defense, look at the defense. By the time we're ready to make a move, the defense is set. Let's watch it again. Let's go back. Right? And this is off of a missed bucket. But also, what you understand, though, is because the Pelicans took an early basket, New Orleans is back. Right? They're already back. So that is one thing. They're already back. But still, we get the ball. Bam. Dribble up one side of the floor. Everybody's on this side of the floor. Look at this. Everyone's on this side of the floor. Everybody. Trey Burke by himself. Everyone's on this side of the floor. He's not going anywhere because you got Anthony Davis. If he tries to go to the sideline here, Anthony Davis is coming to block it. He's not penetrating here. There's basically nothing he can do besides have Kanter come over and set the screen, which is what they do. Comes over, sets the screen, turnover. Get the ball right back. Right? Pelicans turn the ball over too, but that's just bad. That's what I mean when I say let's get the ball up the sideline, though. I'll show you the whole thing. I'm just gonna let the whole thing go. And you'll just see the difference. And at least they get a shot. At least they get a shot up. One more time. Boom. Up the sideline. Defense isn't set. Gets into the lane. Misses the layup. It bounces out. Us, dribble up the sideline. Right? Come set the screen. Barely sets a screen. And, defense is ready for it. That's this is what I'm talking about when I talk about getting the ball up the sideline. Getting the ball up the sideline, moving the ball up the floor. This is an area I think we need to work on, this fast break. We've got to work on this area in transition. I think that's an area of need for us. Making better decisions in transition is an area of need for us. Because so far from what I've seen, we've made some bad decisions. You know what I mean? We've made some bad decisions in getting the ball up the floor, spreading the floor on the fast break, making sure everyone is running their lanes. We've made some seriously bad decisions, in my opinion. We see Mario Hezonja on a break make a really bad. To me, it was a bad pass. Right? There's one guy, to me, that makes the right pass, that makes the right play when they're on the fast break, and that is Frank. And I know some people are going to say blah, 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 but Frank does, in my opinion. He makes a lot of the right plays when he's on a fast break. I'm going to, let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe I can't pull it up. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the chat. I want to find out from the chat areas of need. Transition is one of my areas of need. But I want to find out from the chat, what do they think? What are some areas of need that we have right now? You know what I'm saying? Right now that we really, really need to work on. All right. So chat, I'm coming to you. Prince, I'm going to start with you, man. Give me some areas of need. What do you think we need to work on?
Let me mute these cats real fast. But Sim, I think like you were saying, brother, I think our transition, we need to definitely get better with our transition. Mm-hmm. Obviously point guard play. I mean, we definitely see and understand that it's definitely point guard play can be better. Excuse me. I'm trying to think. What was a couple of things from the game that I said that I thought we could truly do better? I think finding the open shooter. I think that's the thing too, that we don't swing the ball fast enough and quick enough to the right players. Because there was a couple times that I seen Knox in the corner, and we didn't swing the ball with the right efficiency to get him a good shot. Let me see. Obviously, I think defensively, we're doing a ton better than we did last year. So obviously, we got to get better as a team defensively. I think we definitely need some help at the center. I thought that Cornette today would play better. And we didn't really get a chance to see much of him, Sim. I don't know what you thought of his little bit of play, but again, I was looking forward to seeing how our backup center play is, because again, without Mitch, we don't have another center. I don't know who else plays behind Kanter. It's only Kanter and Cornette.
Yeah. Let me try to get the Who's Mark, man. Who's Mark has been freezing in and out. Hey, Mark, what's poppin', man? Can you hear me?
Yo, Sim, you got me?
Yeah, you here, B? What's up, man?
All right, hold on. I need a minute. I need a segment. I need a quick segment.
What you need a second for?
Because how I'm about to unleash it, it's good and it's bad. All right.
Well, the first thing. Hold up. Let's at least start off with the topic before we move on into something else. We talk about areas of need, like what the Knicks need.
Oh, yeah, pick and roll defense is trash. Number one thing, that's pick and roll defense trash.
Okay.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
What else?
It's horrible.
Just pick and roll defense. What else?
We need rebounding with Kanter off the floor. We can't grab rebounds without Kanter on the floor.
That's why I think
we need to shoot more threes. We need to shoot more threes. We don't make threes.
Okay, I agree there.
What else? Those three is the most important, because that pick and roll, they was just killing us. The right guards, if the right guards had played, we'd have lost all three of those games because of that pick and roll defense.
Okay. All right. So, what was you gonna say, man? And there's something playing in the background. I can hear it. Something playing in the background. But what was you gonna? You was getting ready to go in.
All right. Hold on. All right. So now I wanna say this. Who the hell Lance Thomas think he is?
What you mean, Lance Thomas balling, big?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic because he is showing me stuff I've never seen before.
Yeah.
He's taking the shot when it's given to him. He's going to the rack and finishing. He's finishing. He did one spin-off move that I like. He finished that. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Number 2, Mudiay got to get off this team. Get him off. Listen. He's taking up minutes. He's just taking up minutes. He's taking up minutes. I don't even want to give him a chance. I don't even care. I don't care because guess what? I want to see Frank and Trey Burke on the floor. Why? Because Frank is such an essential to us. Defensively, this guy is just remarkable. Have you every time we're down and he puts in this unit with Frank, I think it's Frank. I think Trey was playing a little bit. Then he put Mario
Hazonia. Yeah.
And then Hazonia, and he had I think Kanter would come in sometimes. And he put Luke Cornett. But anytime Frank is playing defense, he did 2 things that I like today. Did you see when I don't know if you can recall, but there was a baseline move, a baseline that Darius Miles was going, and the way he moved his feet to stop him.
Yep. I seen it. I was right there. I seen it.
I wet my bed. Because that's. I don't even care if he don't score because defensively he just does the right things. It's almost like Tim Duncan-ish. He's just there. It's amazing. Yeah. Number 3. I wish Kanter hustles on defense the way he hustles for rebounds. I love him for that because, boy, he is a monster on the rebounds. He's probably one of the best in the league. He's top 3 in the league.
Has to be
offensive rebounding.
Has to be. He has 7 offensive rebounds today. 15 rebounds, 7 of them was on the offensive end.
But Lance Thomas is probably he's been the best out of everybody. I don't care what nobody say to me. It's just the things that he was just doing and the plus minuses. He's like a plus 18 almost every game. Do you know how important that is? Yeah. And it's like he was setting the tone. He was setting the tone offensively a little bit. Because for some reason, when he just goes instead of thinking, and even when he does that one pump fake, he goes. It's not like he pump fake and stop and then passes it. He gets the pump fake and he goes. Okay, now here come my. I'm about to throw it down on you now. Okay. Listen, I like Knox, but he's doing this thing I do not like from a 6'9" wing guy. He is fading too much away from the game.
Yes,
he is fading too much.
I agree with you. I'm 100% with you.
Lance Thomas is not supposed to be playing better than him. He's going. You know what it is?
He's going.
Knox is not making himself a. Knox is not making himself a threat. But what I like with Kevin Knox, he's grabbing rebounds. That's good.
But he's going through moments where he's like just being passive. We need him not to be passive.
It's not even that. He will go to the ball acting like he won it and then move away from it. He's fading away. He's fading away in a bad way where he don't look aggressive. He gets the ball from time to time where he gets it on a fast break. Or the time comes down, or he's forced to make a move. But he's fading away the ball because he's not in the offense. Like when they run in the offense, he's not in it. He's just in the corner. I don't like that from a 6'9" guy. He has to be a threat for us to score. Because, like, again, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be hard for us to score 100 points in this league when we start going against good teams.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Mark. I think we're going to be able to score. We scored tonight, 106. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Let me say this.
It's going to matter when it comes down to the stretch of the games. We'll see. I think we're going to be able to score some points.
All right, let me say this. All right, I know y'all don't like. Listen, I don't like Tim Hardaway for $18 million, right? But the dude make himself at least a threat on the floor. He makes the most threes. He hits threes.
He makes the most threes because he pulls the most garbage threes. Even though he's garbage. Listen, I do not like Tim Hardaway.
Listen, Sim. I'd rather him take the shot they're not taking the shot.
But he's
because we don't take threes, Simeon. He makes himself a threat on the floor, regardless if you don't like him.
I don't care. Anyone can make themselves a threat, but you're taking garbage shots. I don't want shot takers. I want shot makers. You know what I'm saying? He's taking garbage shots, and he shoots himself out of the game. He shoots himself out of it. He's going to have his hot nights, but too many times he shoots himself out of it. He's a shot taker, not really a shot maker. There's no way he should have ended this night shooting 33% from the field. No way when he had a 6 for 7 start.
Okay, I can understand that. But besides him, we don't make threes. So for right now, guess what, y'all? The sad thing is that we're stuck with that contract. We're stuck. So we're going to have him for 2 years. I'm just letting y'all know that. Because guess what? Kyrie punk behind just did what he did last night. It pisses me off. So he's off the books. I don't care. He's dead to me. He can go to hell. So we're stuck with that contract. No one's going to take Hardaway. It's too much money. Plus, he got a 15% trade kicker. If we trade him, the team's got to pay 15%. So we're done. We're stuck with him. So guess what? He's going to take these shots. It's like the J.R. Smith effect. He's going to be streaky, but you're going to be glad when he makes shots. I like him because he's going to take the shot. He's going to take the shot that nobody's going to take. And we have to have a threat on this floor. Kevin Knox is not making himself a threat.
I mean, it's his third game in the preseason. Let's give him a chance. Listen,
Simeon, he's not in the offense. I'm watching him. He's not in the offense, Simeon.
Right, and he still scored 12 points without. I mean, he shot 19 times. He shot 19 times tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's gonna have to work on his jump shot too, because he's like.
So I mean, he's gonna. Maybe he has to not fade away. I could see those moments.
Yeah, that I don't listen.
It's like he's not on the
fading
floor.
Away for me. It's very vital.
Yeah,
I will cast you away because with that he has supreme talent.
He does.
You're not supposed to do that.
He does. He's got supreme talent. We'll see if he can learn. He's got to learn.
And another thing,
hopefully he can.
Before I go, Frank has to start because guess what? We need him on the pick and roll defense because when he comes on the floor, the defense, they play better defense with him on the floor, period.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. I don't want to see Trey Burke starting because guess what? When he has so much responsibility, he's not going to be able to do the things that he's supposed to do.
That's right.
Every time he's on the floor with the Frank, he could do what he do. But other than that, I want Frank to start because just for that pick and roll defense because they were shooting threes on us. They was making threes on us. And that's because again, the guards was getting in the paint, breaking it down, and Darius Miles was hitting 5 threes tonight. Again, another guy that's not supposed to hit 5 threes on us, and he hits 5 threes. But that's the Knicks for you. And Tier, like I was telling y'all, thank God we picked him up because I heard you last show, you was talking about you don't like the ISO. You know why Fizdale let him do that? It's to get his confidence. And number one thing I like about him, he gets to the line and he finishes. So if he could do ISO and do that every time, I'm okay with him.
Well, I mean, there's going to be times when he gets ISO, but I think he is got to be out of the offense. I've seen, and I didn't get a chance to record it, but there was a time tonight, maybe it was in the third quarter, he had the ball, boom, 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 he dribbled, passed it back out to the top of the key. They passed it back to him again.
That was the last. That was the last seconds of the game. That was the last seconds of the third quarter. I seen that.
It's like, yo, that's not. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because then everyone's standing around the perimeter waiting to see what he's gonna do. He's a rookie. He's a rookie.
But listen, his confidence don't even look like a rookie to me.
Oh no, definitely. I know for sure. But yeah, you got to let him play his game, but you got to find a way to do it within the.
Well, he has to play in spurts. He has to play in spurts. That's what I was saying all game. Like he has to play in spurts.
Yeah.
He can't play a long period of time for him to be able to do stuff because he gets crazy. He gets crazy a little bit. I give him that. Right. But he's aggressive, and I like that. If you're gonna go to the line 4 or 6 times a game, guess what? We've been going to the line over 20 times a game, and we never do that.
Yep. We had 27 free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, we never exceed that. We never go to the line. We never go to the line.
Yep, we were 21 for 27.
And I told you about Dotson. Don't let him go because he's making his shots. And I tell you, he's going to be a shot maker. He's going to be a shot maker. He get the minutes. He's going to be a shot maker. I like him a lot.
Yeah, let me get around to the chat, man. Let me get around to the chat.
Go ahead. I just had to let 3 days of steam off.
Yeah, I know. You ain't been here in a minute. Everybody's like, "Who's Mark? Who's Mark? Where's Mark? Take the shackles off of who Mark." I'm like, yo, I don't know where he been. Nobody said he can't call in. Real Shark Fin, man. What's going on, man? What you thinking? What needs do we have? I know Mark probably shouted them all out, but what needs do we have? You know, we're coming down to the end of the preseason. What needs do we need? What do we need to work on? Real Shark Fin, I got you. You open, B.
Hey, you know what we really need to work on? We really need to work on that offensive rebounding. That's horrible, man. Man, a shot go up, the only one down there for the board is Kanter. That's why he has 7 offensive boards. We need at least two other more players down there, man. The shot go up, everybody take off. Come on, man. That's crazy. Like every time. It's not one. It's almost every play. Now they gotta definitely fix that, man.
We had 17
I tell you, man,
tonight. We had 17.
We can't let Kanter go. We can't let Kanter go, man, because I don't know. I just want to say this real quick. Who has a back to the rim game like Kanter? He's one of the top back to the rim game guys in the league.
Yeah.
And where you going to get all that rebounding from? He's a machine. Listen, he loves to do that, man. He loves it. It's his pleasure to grab all of them boards, man. Let me tell you, he's making it real hard for us not to consider giving him a little something. I'm telling you, man, we need him. He's gelling with the team. He's only 26, Sim. Come on, Sim. Sim, he got his ceiling is high, if you ask me. And they love him. His teammates love him. Listen, he's I call him the bully. It's bully season when he's on the floor, man. Let me get that, man. That's all he wants. I'll fight you for that. Let's go. A little bit like Charles Oakley was for the ball, you know? Even after a free throw, Charles Oakley will want to fight you for that ball.
Yeah. All right.
That's Kanter, man. I'm telling you, man. We got to keep him, man.
All right. Hey, Guillermo, what you think, man? What we need to work on?
I don't know if you saw it, Sim, but a lot of times during the game, I don't know if it's because it's preseason, but it seems like we only operate like we only have movement on like one side of the ball when we're on offense. Like it'll be like, you know, it'll be say Trey Burke is in and he'll pass it off to the wing, then they'll come around, blah blah. And like if you watch the other side a lot of times, they're not doing anything. Like I saw there was a few times tonight where like Mudiay was literally just in a corner and not necessarily looking for a three. It'd be like two of them just in a corner, not doing anything. And one side was trying to do something, but it wasn't like the high ping and you pass out to perimeter guys to shoot the shot. It was just nothing was going on. So I don't know if that's a preseason thing, but we definitely need some more movement, some backdoor movement, at least on the other side, just to keep the defenses honest so they're not essentially playing, even though it's illegal, but then, you know, playing like a kind of like a soft zone, if you per se.
Yeah, we need to open it up.
I agree. My bad. I agree, of course, with Kanter, all that stuff. You know, that's beautiful, but I want to see a lineup where we definitely need Fizdale to tell Hardaway if he's going to be on his team, he has to move around. You know, these shots. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk about him too much, but if we're going to have an offense that's competent, he has to move around, and I don't want him touching the ball up top. He is not a point guard. I don't need him trying to ISO all the time, blah, blah. That's not his game, and he's not even efficient at doing it. So he needs to stop doing that. And I want to see a lineup where we have Frank and Lance playing together. So whichever guys we have in for offense, whether it be Knox or Zonia, we're featuring those guys more to get them more in their zone.
Right.
'Cause I think a lot of times we have Burke and we have a line with Burke and Hardaway, we're just going to have a bunch of ISO guys who don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yep.
And like I said, if we can get Tim Hardaway going or whatever, Trey is going to be that two guard, man. Say what you want about him naturally on defense, but at least in the last game, he gave the effort on defense, and he's an infectious guy. So that's all I got to say, man.
All right. Nick G, I'm coming to you, man. Nick G, what do you think, man? What do we need to work on? What needs do we have right now?
So just to kind of answer, and
oh, you breaking up pretty bad, Nick. You breaking up pretty bad. We can't hear you. Yeah, you breaking up pretty bad. Let's try it again. We can hear you, but it's still like really breaking up. Really breaking up. Yeah, really breaking up. Let me see. French.
What up?
What do we need to work on, man?
I think that we have to speed the game up more. If Fizz says he wants a lot of ball, like speed, and I haven't really seen us, at least in a real flow running the fast break or just running in general. I see a little faster pace than last year. It doesn't look like the triangle / square that we played last year.
Right.
But I still think that we still need to speed the game up, and I think we need to pass the ball. I feel like a lot of times it's like one pass and a shot, one pass and a shot, one pass and a shot. And if we didn't have Kanter to get all those offensive rebounds, a lot of the times it'd be just one shot and out.
Right. And, we got to move that ball up. Let me see. As a team tonight, we shot
22 assists.
22 assists. We shot 35.8% from the field as a team tonight. That's not going to get it on most nights.
No, that's not going to get it done.
It's not going to get it done on most
Listen, it's preseason. I get we're getting a lot of the kinks out, and we're learning a new system, a new coach, new players, young guys. I get it all. And we have to work on everything. But I think that that's the number one thing is like speed the game up more and keep passing the ball and just don't let the ball stick in your hands at all. And I agree that we need to help Kanter a little bit on the offensive boards. And when he's not in the game, I like to see more like Vonleh or Mitch or somebody that could actually rebound.
Yeah. I think that we are going to be one of the top rebounding teams in the league, though. I do. With
You
Kanter,
think that? Oh, because
I think we will.
We do got size. And
I think
Knox is rebounding. So it's
Knox had 10 rebounds tonight. Vonleh had 10 rebounds tonight. Kanter had 15 rebounds tonight. We know that Kanter's going to give it to us every night.
Not yet.
So far, it looks like Knox can give us good rebounding, and I think Vonleh is going to give us rebounding, and Mitchell Robinson to be able to give us some rebounding. I think that we can be one of the top rebounding teams in the league. I think we can.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
I think we can.
From your mouth to God's ears, I'm all about it.
So I'm gonna come back in. I just want to say something real quick. I want to say something about Fizdale, then I'm gonna come back in and we'll get our last words in. All right. I alluded a little bit earlier, that there was something about Fizdale that I'm not gonna say I don't like, but it's bothering me just a little bit. I feel like Fizdale is being too lenient with the guys on the offensive side of the floor. You know what I mean? He's made the comments, I'm just going to let Trier go ahead and do what Trier is doing. I disagree with that. I think that Trier needs to be, you need to teach him how to do it within the flow of the offense. You know what I mean? I do not, when he just backs up and he's taking 10, 15 seconds off the clock to dribble the ball out, we don't want to see that. We don't want to build that habit. If that's something that you let him do later on, I can get it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of your game. Do it later on. But I think from the beginning, you got to be like, you got to do this from the beginning. From the beginning, you've got to play within our offensive system. We've got to and be disciplined with it. Play within our system. Be disciplined. You know what I mean? Teach from the beginning. Letting Hardaway, when Hardaway starts pulling these wild shots, man, pull him to the side and say, hey, I need you to chill out. If Kevin Durant can get that from his coach, right? If Steve Kerr could pull Kevin Durant to the side and say, I need you to get your teammates involved, right? And explain a story about Michael Jordan. I'm sure you guys seen that last year. If Kevin Durant can get that, Tim Hardaway can get that. Alonzo Trier can get that. You know what I'm saying? I get concerned when it's just like, okay, I'm going to let these guys do them. Because I think they are young and they need a little bit more structure than that on the floor so that they can learn. And then as they get a little bit more into, as we get deeper into the season, they really got the system down. There'll be those times when they can pick and choose, when they can just go ISO. But I think you've got to, it's just my opinion. And I know I see some people say, oh, they're 3-0. Fizz got it under control. I mean, yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? And it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, though, right? You know what I mean? I can throw a rock at the house and never hit the window. And I can say, well, I've never hit the window, so I'm not going to break it until I break the window because I hit it with the rock. Then everybody's mad at me. You know what I mean? So I think you got to nip it in the bud. I think I understand the, letting the guys sometimes play their game and do what they do. But to dribble for 10 to 15 seconds, that's not cool with me. To take all these wild shots, that's not cool with me. And I think it's your coach who has to reel it in and teach them how to take good shots. With my teams, and I can only speak from experience, I never ever complain about the number of shots that a player takes. A player can take 50 shots. If they're good shots, they're in the flow of the offense, I could care less. When you're taking wild shots, crazy shots like Tim Hardaway does, when you're getting those moments where you're ISOing. I mean, you've seen both times. You've seen at the end of the first quarter, Trier and listen, and maybe it was Fizdale's call. I don't know. They put Trier at the top of the key with the shot clock or the clock running down, and gave him the ball to ISO. Right, almost turned the ball over. Got kicked out to Trey Burke, and he threw up a three because the shot clock was running down. Right, because there was no movement. Everyone was standing around. And what happens when everyone stands around? Especially at the top of the key. Especially at the top of the key. If you are ISOing at the top of the key and everyone is standing there watching you, what do you think the defense is doing? The defense is collapsing into the paint. There's no place for you to go. Really, there's no place for you to go when you ISO at the top of the key. It is very, very, very hard. And you've got to be a very, very, very special player to be able to ISO for 15 seconds at the top of the key and make something happen at the rim. You know what I mean? I just think I want to see Fizdale get that a little bit more under control. And maybe you're right. I seen someone said it in the chat. Maybe you're right. Maybe he is just evaluating right now. But you're also teaching. You know what I'm saying? You're also teaching, and you're building habits starting now. You know what I mean? If you don't teach it now, then when you get into the regular season, those same habits begin to boil over, right? And I want you guys to remember that. I see some of you guys, saying whatever you're saying about Coach Fizz and everything. I want you to remember when we get later in the season and people are complaining about too much ISO. You know what I mean? And Hardaway taking too many crazy shots. I just want Fizdale to not be as lenient on that side of the ball. Reel him in a little bit more. Reel him in a little bit more. Give them specific times. Give Trier, give Trier one or two ISO, like real isolation situations a game. But like someone said on the last call, Trier is going to be best, in my opinion, because he is such a great ISO player. When you get him curling and coming off screens, when you get him in those situations where he's already moving to the basket and all he needs to do is take one or two dribbles to get to the cup, because he's strong, he can finish at the rim, he can finish through contact. You know what I'm saying? And yes, he has scored through ISO. He has scored, but it's also taken 10, 15 seconds. And when you get into the season and people really start to know what his game is, that ISO is not going to work. So you can tell me to calm down now. You can tell me to calm down now all you want. You know what I mean? But we'll see if you're saying the same thing when we get 35 games into the season. 35 games into the season. So I'd rather nip it into the bud now. Nip it in the bud now and let it come when it comes naturally. But we'll see. You said Fizz is earning their trust. Fizz don't need to earn their trust. They already trust him. I don't think they need to earn it. They already trust him. You know what I'm saying? Fizz needs to hold them accountable. He needs to hold them accountable and make them and be structured, be disciplined. They will trust him and they will respect him. Be disciplined. I'm not the only person that has questioned his friendship with the players and will that come into play. I am one who questioned it and answered my own question by saying that I believe he will hold them accountable. He will be able to have that friendship, but put that friendship aside when it's necessary. And I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying, I don't know what his whole, what his plan is right now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he's doing a good job. I agree with that. I think he's doing a good job, but I want to see a little bit more structure on the offensive side of the ball because I'm not seeing the ball movement that I thought we was going to see. That's what was told to us. I'm not seeing that same ball movement. I'm not seeing as the speed up and down the floor and the controlled speed, the controlled break, like our fast breaks, like I just showed you. And I didn't get a chance to show you some of the other clips, but you've seen the game. You know what I mean? The fast breaks sometimes were all over the place, not good spacing. Guys not really running the lanes the correct way. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not getting down on Fizdale. I'm just calling it the way I see it. Fizdale is the guy that I wanted to be the coach. I think he's the right guy, but I have the right to say if I see something that I don't like too. But, it's what it is. So I'm going to come to the chat. We're down to the last section of the show. All right. And I want to hear what you guys think about it. Daniel, I'm going to start with you, bro.
What did you think? What do you mean? Like, what I think about what?
Just just give us your final words. And
my final words.
You can comment on what I just said about Fizz.
I agree on everything that you said. And that's the thing that worried me about Fizz, and that's why I wanted Bud as our coach because I was looking at the bigger picture. Listen, we signed Hardaway. We stuck with this dude. I know y'all don't really want to talk about it. But it's he's the only guy that got in this guy's ear. And I think that's why Hardaway left Atlanta because he didn't want to be strapped down like that. He knew that he was forced. And I think you got to have that hard, knock on this dude and on certain dudes on the team too. I'm not trying to really switch sports, but I don't know if you follow football. Look at the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. Their coach, he was a player's coach, right? Team was good. Then he lost that locker room because he gave too many you could do this, you could do that.
That's what happens.
You gotta show that you're the head of that team.
That's
right. It pisses me off with the starting PG situation because you think Greg Popovich is gonna start Trey Burke and Mudiay over Frank? You think he would do that? Exactly. Hell no.
I do not.
Why do you think every time when the Knicks have a trade, Frank is always involved? Because they know what this man could really turn out to be. Mm-hmm. Is that not a fact? Every time we have a trade.
A trade rumor. Every time we have a trade rumor.
Every time it's a trade rumor, it's Frank. It's Frank in there. Yep. Frank is always in there. He's always that piece.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you, Daniel. I thank you for calling in. Hopefully you call in more often.
I'm gonna be in. I didn't know that we could do this. I just you feel me? Because I've been trying to call on the phone and I could never get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we could do this, man. We could take up to 12 people in here or 11 people or something like that. So it's good.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna let you go. And when do we play next? Monday?
I believe so. Yeah.
Monday, yep. So we'll be back on Monday. We, I had a little pregame show, 7:00, and then we'll have post-game analysis. So I'll catch you then. All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let you rock. All right, peace.
All right.
All right, Nate, I'm coming to you, bro.
Oh man, it was a good game. It was a good game tonight. Just good to see the guys compete. And the one thing you didn't come to me on what we need to work on. we need to finish better at the rim. I'm seeing way too many missed layups, dunks, easy putbacks. I mean, you want to get that field goal percentage higher, make those easy baskets. You know, and we got to pass. We got to pass more. I mean, this ISO is killing me. I don't want to see. Sim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm here.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to see the ball movement better. I mean, I'm tired of this ISO play. I mean, this is not the N1 basketball squad. We need to play within the team. You know, share the ball. The great teams share the ball. That's how they win championships, because they get easy shots. It's pretty simple. So, anyways, those are the only two things I really want to see them improve. Overall, I'm very happy with the way that we're looking. Yeah, I would like to see more accountability with the bad shooters. You know, yank them quicker. And I think in the regular season we will see that. But you're right, we have to teach that early, because bad habits do develop later on.
Yeah.
So you got to teach the good habits.
Exactly.
So, anyways, when do we play again?
Monday. We play Monday.
Monday. Are you gonna have a show Sunday?
No show Sunday. I have a show Monday. Before I have a pregame show on Monday, and then postgame analysis.
Yeah, man. Hey, I like the pregame show, man. I really like that. It kind of builds me up to the game and all that, and then we go into the game and then afterwards. So I like that idea. So keep that up.
And I'm not really promoting the pregame as much, because I'm not going to be able to do it every single night, because I'll be coaching high school basketball, and so I won't be able to do it every single night. I don't believe.
But when you can, I would recommend doing it, because it is good. Yeah. It is good to kind of talk some X's and O's before the game and kind of see, where we're going to go into the game and see if we're right.
Yeah,
with our analysis.
And I've been trying it out to see how people feel about it. And what I'm going to do is, my plan is when I do it to have more videos, so I can, we can break down and do some X's and O's, because I can get that video before. Because I got, 1 or 2 days to get that video and break it down after the game. You don't have that much time to get the video and really be able to break it down. So, but yeah.
Yeah, man, keep it up. Like I said, I love it, man. And my last thing I'll say is, man, don't worry about Knox, man. He missed a lot of easy shots today. He was probably nervous because it was his first game in the Garden. I mean, he wanted to impress, and he just overdid it. That missed dunk was a perfect example of his game just tonight. He had an off night. He'll come back. He'll play better, but this guy's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. All right, Nate. Have a good one.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night. Peace out, guys.
All right. Nick, hopefully we can hear you better. Nope. I think you got yourself. I can't hear you at all. All right, let me see. We come to. There we go. Yep.
You hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. I don't miss so much. Just to start off, man. Like just in closing, I think everybody should just kind of chill on Fizz, because he came from the Spoelstra school. Spoelstra, he always implemented plays on players from their past. So like there was a play last game for Kanter where he took a 3 that Kanter ran in Atlanta 4 years ago when he was with the Thunder. So Fizz is doing things like Spoelstra. He's just like looking at guys' history from a tape standpoint, looking at the staff and the team that he has right now, and implementing plays that he could work off of, that guys are accustomed to doing, and they have run successfully on other teams. Like, we got a whole bunch of people from a bunch of different teams. So to develop like a perfect system, like they're probably still running Jeff Hornacek's quote unquote playbook, if not Phil Jackson's playbook. So he's going to tweak the playbook as the year goes by, and at the end of the year we may have a playbook. But right now, there is no playbook. I'm pretty sure there's just like a couple of sets, because all we saw the first game, the first practice game was a bunch of weaves, right? And then this game, you see a couple pick and roll. It's like below the key weaves and curls. So a couple elevator plays in there once or twice. It's nothing with no nuance to it and nothing special, but guys are actually excelling in those positions. It actually is a simple playbook. And if you think back to when Mudiay first came from Denver, like, he didn't know the playbook, and that was his best game as a Knick so far because he didn't have a playbook to actually play off of. So, you got to like step back, just look at it from a far view. You can't look at it like, okay, the finished product is in front of these guys. No, Fizdale is a type coach. He builds playbooks for guys as the year goes by.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty much all I gotta say.
All right. Well, Nick, we'll be on Monday, 7:00 pregame, and then 10:30 at for the post game analysis. Hopefully you join us.
No problem, man. I'll be here without my headphones on, man.
All right, man. All right, later.
All right, peace.
All right, let me get to Guillermo.
It's good, man.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. Sim, you said a lot of good points tonight, man. I agree with a lot you said, man. But people are freaking out over this thing. Like, dude, it's preseason. He has to mix and match to see where guys at. He's kind of letting them play free for him, and I think he's actually doing it on purpose, just to see how guys naturally, how the egos fit. Okay. Who are the guys who are conceding to other guys? Who are the guys sacrificing for other guys? Who plays well with other guys? Who knows how to space out?
Right.
And I think that's great because a lot of basketball, a lot of times you talk about strategy and stuff. A lot of times it's also personality, man. It's how other guys look at each other. How do I respect you? To a guy like Tim Hardaway, who I think a lot of the team does not respect naturally. I think they see him as a petulant child. How would you play with him? How do you play around him? How do you feed into however he plays? So I think that's very important. I think those are the mind games that I like that he's playing right now, right? And everyone sees that he's a happy guy. He's screaming on the sideline, giving instructions, encouragement, which is great. And I think that he's saving up the real stuff for the season. You kill what you eat, or whatever. You eat what you kill, whatever it's called. I keep forgetting. But and I think that it's gonna come in the season, guys. Chill out. Let's not act all crazy. It's preseason.
Okay.
Like I said, if it wasn't for him mixing and matching, we wouldn't have seen what Alonzo Trier did last game, because Alonzo Trier went off, and that was because Fizdale took the chance and said, "Hey, let me get this kid minutes." So everyone, chill out. Let's just see how this stuff gels. But I will make this proclamation: Tim Hardaway, Kanter's gonna get resigned. Tim Hardaway has to go, or he's gonna be marginalized because. Yeah. I think that he's a bad seed, and I think he's influencing Trey Burke and how they play together, even with or without the script. I think he'll be the guy to kind of mess up the system, and this team needs a system when the season starts. So, right. Thanks for taking my call, man, or allow me to chat, man. I'll see you here on Monday.
All right, have a good one, man. Peace,
bro.
All right, Real Shark Fin. So you,
what's poppin', Sim? Hey, man, listen. We really gotta reel them in. Offensively, we can't let them be out there all crazy and loose, all willy nilly like. That ISO ball with Trier. Listen, man, if he can't give him the green light, because if we go with that, and what happens if he's off? When he's off, then what? Then everybody standing around watching him, and how long does Fizz stick with him? If he sees him off one night, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's a real issue that he needs to really consider, taking that green light from him, man. But we got to work on our offensive rebounds, and we got to definitely work on our pick and roll defense. That's atrocious. That's horrible, man. That is horrible, man. But Sim, man, I'm from the old school, man, and I believe in that gritty game, in that bully season type game. This is my house, and I believe we got those players, but players like Hardaway, he's not gelling with us. We all are gelling. The wins create a gel. So every win, we get closer and closer. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care when it is. A win is a win. This is what we're trying to achieve as a team, as a unit. And as far as somebody running the team, it's Frank all day. No question. I'm not going to listen. I'm telling you, Frank is the starter. It's Frank, Kanter. I'm telling you, Mark. I missed you in the chat too, by the way. I asked about you a few times. But I got the floor now, brother. Hold on. I'm almost done. Listen, man. Listen. We do miss you, but pump your brakes. But you know, starting five is Knox, Kanter, Mario, Timmy, and Nitty. I'm telling you, he already know who it is. And it's for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. And I'm going to just go with that, man. And I'm going to talk to y'all Monday.
All right.
Sharks in the water, man. Sharks in the water.
No doubt.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for having me, Sim.
No, for sure. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right. Peace,
I'll be back. I'll be back, man.
All right. And look, you know, let me say this. I don't know. I don't mind Trier or anybody else having a green light as long as they're going to take good shots. And I haven't been too upset with Trier's shot selection, to tell you the truth. You know, I think Trier's taking some decent shots. He goes to the basket when he's ready to go to the basket. It's just been a few plays here and there where I'm like, don't back it out and pound the ball. Let's not pound it. Let's not pound it. You know, most of his buckets, in my opinion, have come, you know what I mean, sometimes off of broken plays, or be a fast break, or he's getting it early in the offense where he's breaking down the defense. I have no problems with that at all. As a matter of fact, I seen one time he came up the floor this game. He was kind of running the lead guard spot. Came up the floor, his dude kind of slept on him, took it to the basket. He missed the shot or whatever, but it is what it is. He took him to the basket. The dude couldn't guard him. You know what I mean? He couldn't stay in front of him. I'm cool with that. What I don't like is and I'm cool with that because he caught the defense when the defense was sleeping, and he got to the cup. He just didn't convert it. What I don't like is everyone standing around the perimeter and he's standing at the top of the key, dribble. That's part of his game. That's what he does. It's up to Fizdale, you know, and I'm not saying that Fizdale's not talking to him. He might be talking to him. You know what I mean? Fizdale might be saying to him, listen, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. I don't know. I'm just saying it needs to happen. He needs to kind of reel it in some, not reel it in to the point where you limit his game, where he can't play his game, but reel it in some, put him in positions where it's easy for him to get that ISO play off, and he can make a fast move to the basket. Don't have to be boop, 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 and then go. You know what I'm saying? It can be something like he's catching it, pop, pop, and he's at the rim. Something like that. I'm not mad at Fizdale. I love what Fizdale is doing. I like everything that Fizdale is about. You know what I'm saying? I like that he gets so hyped up off of just energy plays. You know what I'm saying? And he's promoting those energy plays so that everybody else feels that energy. You know what I'm saying? And everyone else feels hype and excited about those energy plays. I love that he does that. You know what I'm saying? I love that he's not afraid to give the guys freedom. You know what I'm saying? But you got to give them some freedom and then you reel them in. Just like a child. If you have a kid, you give them a little bit of freedom. Every time you give somebody, a kid, a little bit of freedom, what do? They take it a couple steps further. So you got to pull them back in a little bit. Right? And then, you know, you get them together, and then you give them a little bit more freedom. They start feeling themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're getting real big for their boots. And you know what? I got that. You know, I know I cut myself off. I got that from listening to UK rap. Big for my boots. There's this dude called Stormzy. Some of you guys might have heard of Stormzy before. If not, check him out. He got a couple of alright songs on there. The song I like the most is called Shut Up. And it's real good. If you type in Stormzy Shut Up in YouTube, check out. He's pretty good. But he got this song called Too Big for Your Boots. The hook is kind of corny, but that's where I got it from anyway. So what happens, you know, your kid, your son, daughter, whatever, they start getting a little big for their boots, you pull them back in. You know what I'm saying? And then they kind of learn, and what happens is they learn their boundaries, they learn their perimeters. You know what I'm saying? And then they do what they have to do within those boundaries. And then it gives them that structure. That's all I'm saying. And I'm sure Fizz got it under control. You know what I mean? I'm sure he got it under control. So anyway, let me see. Mark, I'm coming to you, bro.
All right. Listen. when you watch preseason, everybody's just playing.
Hold on, you're breaking up.
So I don't really, going in on the offense. It's fine. It's fine for what it looks like right now. But for the start of the season, man,
you're breaking up real bad, Mark. You're breaking up real bad.
You hear me?
Yeah, that's much better.
All right, but like I was saying, I just want Frank because he equalized the offense. He just calmed down everything, and I want certain spurts. Like Trey, I want him to play in spurts. I want Dotson to get more minutes. I don't care about Mudiay. He need to be a castaway. I don't care. Like, he just wastes time. I know he's not ready yet. I know he's not ready yet. But I need to at least 10 to 15 minutes because he owns all over the place. And you kind of need that. So
Mark,
when he comes back,
it's pretty bad, Mark. It's pretty bad. I need, guys, we got. Listen, I know you guys want to relax and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, but try to get that mic so it's up to your mouth. I don't care if you tape it there. You know what I'm saying? So it's but when you got the mic hanging down I can't hear you. And it's not clear. I need you to have, we got to get clear. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that people can hear what you got to say and people want to hear what you got to say. You know what I mean? So, Prince, I'm coming to you, bro. It's on you, my man.
Close it up, Sim. I mean, maybe you could piggyback or maybe not. My thing I was going to say is, both of us, we done coached before. And, going into like a preseason game or a scrimmage or something like that, you're not going to put your whole offensive philosophy out there. In most cases, you're going to preach defense, or at least the way I've always coached. I don't know about you, Sim. I mean, maybe what's your philosophy on that?
Man,
I didn't hear you really.
I am always defense first. You know what I'm saying? I start practice with defense. I end practice with defense. Sometimes I do so many defensive drills, tough defensive drills too, man. I mean, I do this one drill and my players, they hate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have a name for it. I just tell them, line up here, and they know exactly what we're going to do. We line up across, I have two lines, across the foul line, across the baseline, right? And I tell them, when I scream out defense, you slap the floor, get in your defensive stance. Boom. And then as soon as I tell them where to line up, they know what's going on. They slap the floor, they get in their defensive stance. You know what I'm saying? When I tell them go or blow the whistle, so they start shuffling their feet. Boom, 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 boom. They shuffle their feet. And I have them hold a weight ball. So they're in the defensive stance, shuffling their feet. Then they got the weight ball, holding the weight ball out in front of them like this. And if they drop the ball, they in trouble. They drop the ball, they in trouble. So I keep them going. I scream out rebound. When I scream out rebound, they got to jump up as high as they can with the weight ball above their head. You know what I'm saying? Come back down, shuffle their feet. I scream out loose ball. Loose ball, they got to drop the ball on the floor, dive on the floor, come back, pick up the ball as quick as they can, start shuffling their feet. You know what I'm saying? And then if I say get back on defense, they got to take the weight ball, hold it out in front of them, sprint to the other side of the baseline, and sprint back. You know what I'm saying? And we do that for about 20 minutes. And it kills them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But but it's all about having that defensive footwork, being able to react. I do a lot of different types of defensive drills, just moving their feet, being able to react. And then of course, you finish the defense with a rebound. That's how you finish the defense. You know what I'm saying? And if, we do drills where if you don't finish the defense with a rebound, you're doing push-ups or you're running. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a stickler for defense. You know what I mean? And
understood.
I'm a stickler for good shots and bad shots. I don't care how many shots you take, just make it a good shot. So
that was, like I said, that was my thing. That was one of the things, Sim, that I just, because everybody been going crazy in the chat, and I heard everybody being over analytical, Fizz, kind of letting like you said, letting the kids play. And I mean, like you said, it's I had made Shark Fin mad because I kept saying it's preseason. Yes, I want to win every game, but I'm pretty sure Fizz understand also. I gotta, one, earn these boys' trust. Two, I gotta give these boys a sense of like you said, respect where they can trust me and they know that I'll do anything for them, and I'll do, and I'll go to any extent for them. So again, you not barking and letting them boys just play their game in preseason. Now, if we 20 games into the season and this is our offense, Sim, definitely, yeah, we probably might need to look at Coach Fizz like, all right, Coach, we might need to rein them in now. We got to bring the Fizz kids in and, have them sit on the bench and understand what we're doing. My next thing, real quick with Knox, and then we can get off, and maybe this is something I want you to piggyback on too, Sim, is asking this is, do you think that, like me as a player, when I played and watching other people play, I always, tried to tell my players, get easy buckets. Get you a layup or, like a little, quick jump shot, some, 10-footer, 8-footer, something that's close to the basket so that once you start to see baskets go in, the rim get bigger and bigger for you, Sim. So, and I think that's Knox's problem. I think, he comes out with that NBA vet mentality that he can just come on the court and shoot the ball from anywhere on the court, which I think that he needs to come on, make some easy buckets, see the ball going to the rim, and then step out there and start shooting threes and, taking cats off the dribble. Just to end with, Sim, I want just to let you piggyback on that, what you think about it. And, hey, man, keep doing your thing. And, hey, man, love the chat. See y'all on Monday night. And, hey, man, you keep being blessed, brother.
All right. You too, man. Have a good one. Peace. And Mitch Connor. I said O'Connor. Mitch Connor, thank you for, the compliments about, keep taking us down a little rabbit hole and telling stories and breaking down clips. I'm definitely going to do that. It's just, during the game, it's hard to get the clips during the game and stuff like that, and then have them set and ready to break it down. But definitely those pregame shows, I'm gonna do more breaking it down, and Chalk Talk will be coming back pretty soon. And I just haven't done it because I want to see exactly what the team is doing, before I can just bring that Chalk Talk back in. But I'm bringing the Chalk Talk coming back so we can break some things down. I do want to let you guys know, check tomorrow. Tomorrow, make sure you check my website. Tickets for Martin Luther King, for the Martin Luther King Day matinee will be available, for a suite. Same thing like opening night, but they'll be available tomorrow. So check my website, nothingbutKnicks.com. They will be available tomorrow, available for you to purchase. Also, right now, anyone that wants to come to DC on November 4th, tickets are available to purchase a suite in DC. So you can check the website; they're available right now. There's only 15 available, so if you want to go, make sure you jump on it. And other than that, I'm on my way out. Great night, great show. Enjoy talking with you. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday, 7 o'clock for the pregame show, 10:30 for the postgame, Puma postgame report. And have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy yourself. Check the website. Got t-shirts on there if you want a t-shirt. MBK t-shirts, accessories. Again, Puma, 30% off this entire weekend. Go to the website and check it out. The links are in the description. All the links to anything that you need is going to be in the description for the tickets, for t-shirts, etc., etc. All right. Before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Monty Knicks because I missed one of the super chats. He had a couple super chats on there, and where he also said he wants to break down film more often. We're going to break down film more often. Chester Nason said preseason win is better than a preseason loss. Definitely. I'm with you. Monty Knicks said if Kanter is our best player, then we're screwed. Well, he's going to be our best player, so we'll see what's up. And then French Unicorn said, good night, fellas. Sim, it's always fun. Keep doing your thing. And, of course, I plan to. Right? So, guys, have a great weekend. And let's keep rocking. New York Knicks, baby. We're doing our thing.